Can you hear me? MMA-holes. MMA-holes. What's going on? Welcome to the show. That's right. We are here. Everybody in the chat, say it. We are live. Everyone in the chat is
wonderful.
Everybody in the chat is
wonderful.
Everybody in the chat is
wonderful.
That's right. Friday night. We are here. We are live on a Friday pre-UFC 208. UFC 208's tomorrow. Right now, the weigh-ins are about to begin, and I'm here with you guys to talk about it. That's what we're here to do. We're here to talk about UFC 208. We're here to talk about predictions and all that jive, all that fucking fun stuff. That is right. I'm queuing up the weigh-ins right now. UFC weigh-ins. Yes, that's what I want to see. And I'm going to be talking to you guys. Guys, we're going to be discussing the fights. We're going to be breaking down the fights. And I am going to be going to the fights tomorrow. Is everyone crunk? Is everyone drunk? And is everyone wonderful in that chat? Hello, chat. How are you? I hope everyone's good. I see Jesus Christ is here. OG MMA-hole in effect. Welcome, Jesus Christ. I see Red Ranger. We are live. Ian, oi. Jacqueline's here. No. Jesus Christ says, we'll drink to Chris the King. He is the leader of our MMA-hole team. That's right. I am that. Now, I'm in the living room right now. I'm looking in here, and I'm looking for the UFC. Let's see. Hello, UFC. Pink. This is the fights that's going on. The reason why I have this on the screen is because we have bad news. Justin Willis versus Marcin Tybura from Poland. Well, that fight's not happening. Another fucking fight. Down the drain. Not happy about that. Another fight scrapped from UFC 208. Just found that out now. Living room, how are you? Yes, my man, Justin Willis, got scrapped for medical conditions. He says he couldn't make weight, and now he's not on the card. That fight is scrapped. So, bang, another fight off that card. We still have 5 fights on here. Bang, bada-bing, 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 bada-bing. We have these fights going on the main card, but it looks like the early prelim headliner is gone. No worries. Let's watch this freaking thing. All right, so now what I have to do, let's go. Let's do this. Let's bring you guys. Where are you? Where the fuck are you? Oh, shit. Guys, check out that tip jar. What is in that fucking tip jar? Do you guys see what's in that tip jar over there? Right over there? It's this.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
Oh yeah, we got 10 likes in that fucking jar. All right, so now I'm going back into the living room. Let's go there. Loading it up. Wow, the interweb is super slow today. Fook the internet. Let's get a Fook the internet in the chat room right now. Everybody, let me get a Fook the internet. Let's see. Yeah, man, moving super slow. Isn't that awesome? That is not wonderful. I don't like when I move super slow. It makes me mad. It makes me cranky. And it makes me want to do a little of this. A little bit of this. Oh, fuck you, computer. Ugh. This is going to be one of those days, isn't it?
Movement!
Oh.
Head movement!
Oh, shit!
Head movement! Head movement! Head movement! Head movement! Head movement!
I hope everyone has some head movement in the chat. Living room. This is the prelims. Not the prelims. The weigh-ins. The fuck am I smoking? There they are. They're walking in. They're taking their clothes off. And here I am. Gentlemen, ladies, that's right. We're talking about UFC 208. My man's flexing over here, getting ready. Check it out. That's right, chat. Oh, look at this. He's handed flowers and balloons. Look at this. It's so sweet. Isn't that sweet? Oh, my God. What the fuck are we watching here? We got spiky hair. We got mullet going on. laughing, having a good time. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's wonderful, wonderful. That's right. It's a loving affair between these two guys. That's right. So, gentlemen, ladies, welcome to the MMA-HOLES Live. We are here. Dysfunction is going on in this show. I don't know why, but the internet is, boom, it's shitty. It's sucking ball sacks today. And that's all right. So, guys, how excited are you about UFC 208? I need to know right now in the chat. I know a lot of things keep on happening. People keep on getting yanked from the card. I don't like that. But UFC 208 is happening. I will be there. And shit is about to go down. We are watching the prelims. I keep on seeing prelims, the weigh-ins. What the fuck is wrong with me today? I think I'm losing my mind. Slowly losing my mind. Uncle Creepy is about to walk in. Everyone else made weight. Just Justin Willis did not make weight. Chat, how are you? Help me out. I think I need scotch. Uncle Creepy's on the scale, pretending to weigh in. Look, he's all nervous. And Uncle Creepy is back in the cage. Look at these two. Talking some shit, talking some smack. Oh my God. Talk, chop. Uncle Creepy's not phased. Little men going back and forth. All right, chat room. Let me see what's going on in here. Jesus Christ says, well, drink and drink to the king. You said that? I said that before. JS smoking a fat one with my brother. Ready to go. JS, good for you. JS, that sounds like a
wonderful
time. Jesus Christ says, latest news. Pussy Aldo versus Bless Mass Holloway for the McGregor belt. Is that happening, Jesus? Is it happening? We need it to happen. We want it to happen. It has to happen. Jacqueline Alpha says, wait, is Rogan not doing this one? I think Rogan is doing this one. Just has a couple other people on there. And yeah, Rogan is doing this one. Flexing for the camera. I like the fact that they threw a couple of New York peeps on this card. That is wonderful, wonderful. Representing the New York people. All right. Jesus Christ says we are more excited from UFC 207, but less excited for the UFC 209. Max Holloway is going to sleep Aldo and make him look embarrassed in his own country, says JS. I hope so. Jesus Christ says, let's hope Max will punish this little Brazilian. Back here, flexing away. Nick Lentz, badass Nick Lentz, is getting ready to stare down. Okay, this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful fight, guys. It should be a good one. Shake those hands. That's right. Who do you guys think in that fight? I will be talking about picks in a second. Right now is the UFC weigh-ins. 208 in Brooklyn. That's right. And I am having fucking technical difficulties. Fuck you, computer. Fuck you, internet, interweb. Yes, it's not running as smooth as I would like it to be, but that's okay. We're still going to go along. Back-to-back streams where Chris complains and whines. Yes. All right. Chat room. Jacqueline says, so rude. LOL. Red Ranger says, can't wait for the silver fight. He may be past his prime, but always entertaining. Now, Red Ranger, I am super excited about this fucking fight. I get to see Anderson Silva in person. Now, yes, he might be past his prime, but he's fighting a badass and Derek Brunson. And there is more people standing on scales pretending to weigh in and flexing. Anderson Silva is the co-main event with Derek Brunson. This fight is going to be lit. Young versus old. Legend versus rising star. Even though the rising star got knocked the fuck out in his last fight, Derek Brunson is no joke and no sleeper. We will be talking about that very shortly. Brown versus Muhammad. This is going to be a good one right here. Brown is going to be in NY, in his hometown. It's going to be dope. Bella Muhammad is not a slouch either at 10-2. My man, the bully, is no fucking joke. This is going to be a tough one for the hometown kid. Taking off the shirt, getting ready to get on the scale, and fake weigh in. There he is, flex. Flex for the kids. That's right, chat. That's how we're doing this. That's how we're fucking doing this tonight. Watching a little bit of weigh-ins, taking you through inside the living room. Check out Jesse Bellhill just hanging out in there. Randy Brown, hometown man, coming in. This should be a fun one, kids. Should be a fun one. He's got to step on that scale. He's going to fake weigh in. That's right. And this is going to be the headlining fight of the prelims. All right, getting on that scale with my choppy internet connection. And get ready to flex. Flex it up. Who do you guys have in this one? We will be breaking down this fucking fight. I see JS says, what did you do with the 4 tickets you had, Chris? They went nowhere. Staring at each other face to face. Look at the size advantage here. Pretty legitimate height advantage. And now that's the headline fight of the prelims. Going into the main card, kids. Dustin Poirier, Jim Miller. Yeah, so JS, yeah, the tickets, the 4 tickets, they went nowhere. They went absolutely nowhere. No one really wanted to go to these weigh-ins. What happened was we got a shitload of snow. We had a lot of snow. And it sucked. It wasn't wonderful. And I'm kind of stuck in. I'm a little bit sick. I want to heal up and be ready for tomorrow. Because tomorrow I will be in the building for UFC 208. That's right. Get on that scale, Jim Miller. Jim Miller is an East Coast boy. Weighing in with the beard. Rocking the beard. Dustin Poirier is about to come in. Check this out. Dustin Poirier back in action. Another badass over here. About to get on that scale. Dustin growing out his hair a little bit. Taking off the shirt. Getting ready to get flex and fly on the scale. There he is. Flexes to the crowd. Get ready to flex. Bang. There he is. Now this fight's going to be lit. This is going to be a good one right here. Jim Miller, Dustin Poirier, both guys have something to prove here. Jim Miller's been looking great as of late. Dustin Poirier off that tough loss. What do you guys think in this one? That shit's going to be fucking crazy. Crazy. All right. The next fight, people going to step on the fake scale. Cannonier versus Teixeira. Let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go. They're just running these people out there quick. No joke. 16 tips in the jar. You guys are all wonderful in the chat. Keep dropping them tips in the jar. Those tips are wonderful. Yeah. Here we go. You ready for a flex? Bang! Cannonier. Big fight for Cannonier. Huge fight for Cannonier. Against Glover Teixeira. Who the fuck's gonna win this fight? Glover's walking in. Why not? Glover, the number 3 fighter. Yes, he hasn't had a good run as of late, but he's still a badass. 25-5-0. Getting ready to get on scale and fake weigh in. Here he comes. Get ready to flex. Raw! I don't know what the hell that was. Red Ranger says, you lucky mofo. I am a lucky mofo. I'm so fucking pumped to be in the building. Flex and stare down. Guys, if you're going to UFC 208, if you're going to be in Brooklyn, find this UFC MMA-hole. This guy right here, Chris. Your friendly neighborhood MMA-hole. That's right. Find me, and I'll give you a sticker. And I have my wonderful shirt on today. Tim Bosch versus Jacare Souza. Say it ain't Souza. That's right. Tim Bosch, Jacare Souza is going to go down as well. Guys, not too shabby this card. Not too shabby. People are upset about this card. Not too shabby. Bosch gives a thumbs up, slaps the Dana, and gets ready to stare the Fook down. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Jacare Souza doing that arm slap. I like Jacare. Jacare's a badass. Strikeforce legend. Get ready for a fucking good fight. This is an interesting matchup between these two. Jacare, the slimmer, shredded Brazilian, is going against Bosch, the big burly man. It's going to be a fucking interesting one. Jacare definitely thinks he's going to try to suck his ass to the ground. Stare down right here. How about Jacare looking a little bit taller than the Bosch man? All right. Yes, they look angry. They look fucking angry. Guys, the next fight is the co-main event. Silver and Brunson. How fucking pumped up are you for this one? I'm actually pretty pumped up for this one. I think it's going to be fucking fun. Silver and Brunson. Silver and Brunson. Silver. There's Brunson coming in. Coming off a long, hard loss. Not really long. It was in the first round. He got knocked the fuck out. Where is he? There he is. Brunson and Silva. Shit's about to go down. Gets on the scale. Fake weigh-in. Boom. Gun show. Gun show. That's right. Brunson walks over there. Who do you guys have? Anderson Spider Silva or Derek Brunson? Here he comes. The Spider. To me, the pound-for-pound legend. The GOAT of the UFC. Yes, I am a big Conor McGregor fan. Conor's my boy. But Anderson Silva is the GOAT to me. Look at this guy. All chill. No problems. No stress. Anderson Silva, badass UFC legend, is on the scale fake weighing in. Here come the stare downs. Here we go. I don't think of many fireworks here. A lot of respect between the two fighters. All right. What do you think? Who do you got? We're going to get deep into detail with these fights after the weigh-ins. All right. Much respect for the two fighters, guys. Here it is. Holm, Randamie. That's right. The main event of the evening. Holly, the preacher's daughter. And this little fucking tool bag. Maybe Joe Rogan's not going to be there. Let me know in the chat if you think Joe Rogan's going to be there. Is he going to be there? If you guys were here on our late Wednesday show, hit me with a wonderful, wonderful in the chat. We're back 2 days this week. 2 days. Coming back on a Friday. This is our weekly chat with my wonderful, wonderful friends, the MMA-holes. All right. Thomas T is here. Says, hello, MMA-holes. Hello, Thomas T. Hit the like button, bitches. Jesus Christ says, Poirier changed face. He does. He has a changed face. Tim B, you got to do it. Jesus Christ says, Tim Boach, the Alligator Dundee. Tim B, packed a lunch. Underdog, schmunderdog, says Thomas T. Israel Jesus Christ says, Silva, the MMA cartoon. Thomas T says, LOL. JS says, I like Bosch, but I fear for him against the Jacare. That tank Jacare. Chris, get your head out of your ass today. Thomas T says, JS, I hear you. Jesus Christ says, Jacare is focused. Difficult to lose. Red Ranger says, I want Silver to win, but I think Brunson might take it. I have a weird opinion on that one. I'm very torn in that fight. All right, back to the living room. Here we go. Show a little bit of highlights of the fighters over here. No need to see that. We'll see that tomorrow. How are you guys watching this fight? Unfortunately, there is no fight buddies because I will be there. That kind of sucks a bag of dicks. But I will be there. So that's not going to happen with Fight Buddies. But I have some things planned tomorrow. Stay by your phone. Stay by your computer. Stay by your TV. Because there's a good chance I will be streaming live from the event and doing some fun stuff. And hopefully my mouth could sync with my face. Because this internet and computer suck big time today. Kristen Cooper says, liked and shared. Finally out of work. Congratulations. Happy work. Out of work, Kristen, and welcome to the MMA-holes. I appreciate your tip. It's in the jar. Living room. Okay, someone's walking in, and this person, you can't even say the challenger because there's no champ right now. The 145 belt has arrived in the UFC for the ladies. Germaine de Randamie, who has been a sweetheart. Have you guys been watching this girl? This girl has been a real sweetheart to watch. Badass girl, super heavy kicker. And she is tough as fucking nails. Going to be a tough one for Holly Holm here. What do you guys think of the chat? What do you think about this Dutch woman? Is she likable? Is she not likable? And who do you have in this fight? Here she comes, the preacher's daughter, strutting her way right into that cage. All business. All business. Getting ready to step on that scale and do a fake weigh-in. There she is. There she goes. Fix that hair. And flexes. All right. So now here we go. Here's the stare down. What do you guys think? They bow, show respect. De Randamie and the preacher's daughter. Guys, this was the toughest one for me to fucking pick. I had a tough time with this one. They have a lot of respect for each other. We have not seen a lot from De Randamie at all. But it is what it is. That weigh-in does not sell pay-per-views. It doesn't. It just doesn't do it. What do you guys think in the chat? Are you going to be pumped up for this UFC 208? Are you fucking pumped? Let me know. I need to know, want to know right now. There it is. There are the weigh-ins. Like I said before, a fight has been pulled from the card. This one right here. And I'm kind of bummed. I'd like to see a little heavyweight action on this card. No, we're not going to see it. Justin Willis is out. He's unable to compete in Brooklyn. So now we have one fight left. Kind of fucking blows ass. All right, chat. I see all of you motherfuckers in there. Let's say hello. Thomas T says, my MMA hole is itchy. Thanks for scratch. Thanks for the scratch, is Thomas T. You're welcome anytime. Jesus Christ says, OMG. we will stick with Carrie tomorrow. I'm sure Carrie will be doing a stream for sure. Like I said, we're going to be trying to throw up some live stuff from the Barclays Center. I have a lot of fun stuff in store, and we'll see what we could do. We got hit with a little bit of snow here in the New York area. It blows. Hopefully that shit will melt, and I won't break my neck trying to walk to the Barclays Center drunk off my fucking skunk. Kristen Cooper says she looks really ready. Thomas T says, I went to see the proctologist, and he stuck his finger in my mouth. He said, you are an MMA-hole.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Jesus Christ says, Holly and Daryl, Mermaid Hannah. Kristen says, Holly has such lovely hair. She really does. It's flowing, long, and stringy. Neri Diaz. Hey, Neri Diaz, how are you? You look like Nick Diaz. Actually, you look like you could be a Diaz brother right there. How are you? Happy New Year. Thomas T says, Holly, I got you. If someone calls out Conor McGregor, the event will do some decent buys. Neri Diaz. LOL. Guys, how pumped are we for this UFC 208? Let me know right now. But this is what I want to do. We just saw the weigh-ins. We watched the weigh-ins. We saw these people walk and fake weigh-in. What do you think about this weigh-in system that they weigh in the morning, the official ones, and then they come afterwards and then do this fake weigh-ins? What are your feelings on that? Let me know in the chat. I need to know right now, what are your feelings on that? Me personally, I don't like it. I liked it when they were fucking hungry and they would step on that scale and about to fall over and the crowd was on the edge of their seat and then they would talk shit because they were so fucking hungry. That's what I liked. What did you think about that? I am not a fan of these weigh-ins. I think they're anticlimactic. I think they suck. If it's safer for the fighters, so be it. That's fine. But I am not a fan of it. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think as I drink my face. Delicious. Delicious. All right. Jesus Christ says, if someone calls out Conor McGregor, yes. That's always a sale. Guys, we're going to talk to the chat for a little bit. What I'm going to do is I want to talk about the Khabib Q&A. That's what I would like to talk about right now, the Khabib Q&A, after we talk in the chat for a little bit. A little bit. Ian says, Nate Diaz is a boom with a lisp. Neri Diaz says, me. Your ex-BF. Nate Diaz is a boom. My ass. Uh-oh. Shots fired. Also says super pumped. Okay, there we go. Please stop. And it's Nuri Diaz. Nuri? It's not Nate Diaz? I thought you said Nate Diaz. Okay, Thomas T says, I agree. This new weigh-in sucked. It does. The last one, if I'm not mistaken, was UFC 196. I'm almost positive that was the last time that they weighed in front of everybody. I was actually at those weigh-ins. It was bonkers. I mean, of course, Conor McGregor was there, but it was so much fucking fun. Like, there's something about these guys starving, stepping on the scale, about to fall over, and then, their mind is not there. It's just fun to watch. They're fucking hostile. Now everyone's belly full, and there's no trash talk, and it fucking sucks. It blows. I don't like it. Hit me with the chat. If you do not like this new weigh-ins, hit me with the ones in the chat right fucking now. Kristen says, I say one weigh-in. LOL. Skip the ceremony. Yeah, just weigh in. If you have to do it in the morning, so be it. That will be the weigh-ins. Absolutely, Kristen. Your ex-BF says, it's definitely safer for the fighters. Don't want to see a good fight, not one that ends because a fighter is gassed. Neri Diaz says, Mexican. I don't know why I said it like that. Mexican. JS says, I think they should only do the face off. The face. They should only do the face off. The scales defeat the purpose of the weigh-ins. You know what? That's a good point. Have them just walk out and just face off. Do a photo op and that's it. That would even, the scale is, who are you fooling? You're not fooling anyone. None of these MMA-holes are fooled. I could see in the chat. None of you are fooled. The scales defeat the purpose of them weighing properly in the morning. Makes them look fucking stupid, says JS. Ian says, Yoel Romero literally just shit his pants. Yoel Romero's a funny bastard. We're going to talk about that, too. He started a GoFundMe for Michael Bisping for his face to be reconstructed after Yoel Romero rearranges it. Neri Diaz gives a 1. See, you guys concur. I think the prelims for the UFC should be green room fights, says Thomas T. Red Ranger gives a 1 as well. He concurs. Jesus Christ says, in the morning, weigh-in. Hold on, weigh-ins. In the morning weigh-ins, they all look depressed and crack addicts. They do. Neri agrees again with the one. Thomas T, come in the ring bloody from the green room prelims. Motherfucker ain't fooling no one, says JS. You ain't fooling no one. When you step on those scales, we know your bellies are full, and we know you're not the weight that they're saying it is. Yes. So the weigh-ins just happened. That's that. We're going to get back to UFC 208 in a second. But did you guys see Khabib did a little press conference? Not a press conference, a Q&A in BK, Brooklyn. Let me get a fuck. Hold on. Wait for it. Let's fuck that prick. In the prick jar, there's one prick in there. Fuck the prick. Give me a fuck the prick. Fook the prick. We are one away from hearing the song again. Shit. Fook the prick. So yes, Khabib was in Brooklyn. They put him in a very Russian area, and he did a Q&A over there, and it was fantastic. Khabib is fireworks. Khabib is fucking fantastic. I'm a big fan of Khabib. I like Khabib a lot. And you can tell that the UFC really wants Khabib to win this fight against Ferguson. You could just freaking tell. It would be big bucks to see Khabib versus Conor. Khabib says he doesn't know what Conor's doing. He's not sure. But he says if he does fight Conor, he feels it's going to be at the end of the year, and it's going to be at Madison Square Garden or the T-Mobile Arena. It's going to be there. We'll see. Where do you think it's going to be if it even happens? You guys think it's going to happen? I don't know. I feel it's not going to happen. And the reason why I feel it's not going to happen is this. I feel Tony Ferguson's going to win. Now, a lot of people like Khabib is undefeated. But Khabib he's like, I think 8 in a row in the UFC, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost positive. He won 8 in a row in the UFC. And Tony Ferguson, people forget, won 9 in a row in the UFC. So is Tony Ferguson, is he undefeated? No, he's not undefeated. But he has some fights under his belt. He beat some badass fighters, and he's no fucking joke. I think Tony Ferguson's more well-rounded. Regardless who's going to win that fight anyway, it doesn't matter. Because Conor looks like he wants to fight Mayweather. No one knows what's going to happen. But I don't see Khabib fighting Conor. I don't think it's going to happen. I would love to see it happen. Russia versus Ireland. And the shit Khabib talked today was fantastic. Fantastic, calling Conor the chicken, saying he doesn't care about him and this and that. He'll fight him in Ireland, he said. He'll fight him in Ireland in front of his people and beat him in Ireland. You got to love it. You got to love it. Khabib, he's money right now. He's the hot ticket right now. Versus Conor, it would be fantastic. Russia, Ireland, it would be a lot of fun to watch. You know the UFC wants that to happen in the worst fucking way. That's the fight they want. Khabib, Conor, super duper fight. A lot of fun. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Nope. Not going to happen. But if you guys didn't get a chance to see it, check it out. It's on the tubes of the U. Check it out. Khabib did that Q&A. It was a lot of fun. It was about 30-something minutes. And he's very stoic, standing there. Or sitting there, answering all the questions, but there is no personality there. He's all stone-faced, but his answers are hilarious. Love Khabib. Fun guy to watch. All right. Okay, have fun tomorrow. That sounds awesome. Thank you, Carter. We will have our fun tomorrow. Ian says, I may need to donate a few pounds to the Bisping's medical fund. Ian's looking to already drop some pounds in that GoFundMe. And that's right, Yoel Romero, if you guys did not hear it, Yoel Romero started a GoFundMe for Michael Bisping because he's going to beat his ass, and he says he's going to need it when he's done with him, which is fucking legendary. I love that. And I'm not a Yoel Romero fan. Let's see, EMC, I saw that. Neri Diaz says, do you talk Spanish? No. And I can barely talk English, apparently, either. I don't. But Neri, welcome to the MMA-holes. You are wonderful, wonderful. Jesus Christ says, Carter, you do streams and videos. Take over tomorrow. Imagine Carter does a UFC stream, goes against Carrie. Could you fucking imagine? Carter, go for it. Fuck it. Listen, here's the thing with the MMA-holes right now. For those of you that aren't MMA-holes and you're just new to this channel, and I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know what that is. But if you are new to the MMA-holes, this channel is designed for the MMA enthusiast, the asshole, and the people in the middle. The people that are like casual fans and stuff like that. I like to break down the fights, have a little fun, talk about the fights, but at the same time, I like to be an asshole. So we are the MMA-holes. We are for everybody. I know a lot of people are like, create your channel to a certain type of audience and stick to it. Fuck that. This is just a little bit of fun with a lot of bit of MMA. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Carter Stream says, "Fook that guy, I concur." Fook the prick. Kristen Cooper says, "Fook that guy, I concur." JS, "Fook the prick, yay." Red Ranger says, "Fook that prick." MMA-holes are uniting, and I have to say that is
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thomas T says, "Tell us who you are, and we will kill you quickly." Carter Streams video says, "I will do that, Jesus Christ." Sounds good. How about that? Carter Stream says, "Let's do it." Nary Diaz says, "T-Mobile Arena." So that's what you think Khabib versus Conor would be if it happened. And that is probably the front runner. Kristen says, "Why not in Ireland? Let him fight at home." The reason why they're not going to do, and Conor wants to fight in Ireland, but it's not going to happen because it's just too much. The time, the open, they have an arena there that's super. Why am I doing a lot of this? If you notice that, I do talk with my hands, but I'm doing a lot of this today. What is this? What am I? Am I a magician? Jazz hands? What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, Ireland is a tough thing. There's a lot of things that have to fall in place. But if they do it in Ireland and the weather cooperates and all that stuff, that arena is tremendous. They could fit a ton of people. They could fit like all of Ireland in there. So that would be a lot of fun. I would love to see a fight in Ireland. Let that happen. Make that happen. It's just a lot of moving parts, and it's tough for the UFC to pull all that together. But who knows? You never know. Jesus Christ says, "Subscribe to Carter." There you go, Jesus Christ. Everyone in the chat, subscribe to Carter. Tony is no joke. The Conor Mayweather fight is. It is a joke. I concur. It is a joke, but I would love to see it. Brian Houston says, "Yeah, I have this sneaky feeling Tony gonna clock Khabib and derail the hype train." I'm with you, Brian. And you know who else agrees?
Yes, sir.
Conor agrees. Carter Stream says, "Nice, thanks, man." Thomas T says, "Watch Floyd box, then watch Conor box." Listen, there is no mistake. Listen, make no mistake. Floyd Mayweather is a million times better of a boxer. Floyd Mayweather's a legend. I can't stand the fucking guy, but here he is. The notorious one, Conor McGregor. He does that walk, and we believe in that walk. It is a wonderful, wonderful walk, and Conor's going to win. Was that convincing? All right. Red Ranger says, "I like Ferguson's style. He is unpredictable. He is. He's good on the ground. He's good on his feet. He's got elbows. He's got submissions. He's got everything." Your ex-boyfriend says, I think that's your ex-boyfriend, right? Your ex-boyfriend. The fight comes with one simple question. Will Khabib go into that fight and try to outstrike Ferguson? If so, it's all over, says your ex-boyfriend. And your ex-boyfriend, is this the first time watching the MMA-holes? If it is, let's give a shout out to the ex-boyfriend.
Wonderful,
yes.
Wonderful.
And Khabib will not stand and bang with Tony. Khabib says he has no fear of fighting on his feet. Khabib will be fearful and will not stand and bang with Tony Ferguson. That would be a big, big, big mistake. Thomas T says Khabib has some Russian killer star power. He really does. He's a god over there. For sure. Red Ranger says Khabib will want to take it out to the ground. See? There you go. Red Ranger knows his shit. Jesus Christ says Khabib will be at UFC 208 with his Artem Lobov. Wow. You know what? I hope I run into these motherfuckers. I really hope I run into one of these motherfuckers over there so I can say, the MMA-hole say hi. I need a picture. And uh-oh. Yes. Sing along, everybody.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
That's right. Thank you so much for those donations and likes in that tip jar. That's right. If you put your thumb in the tip jar, every 10 times you get to hear that beautiful, wonderful, 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 wonderful song. That's right. It's great. And my apologies for the bad connection right now. It looks like, streaming is a bitch right now. For some reason, maybe it's a Friday night thing. I don't know. I usually stream on a Wednesday night. But I don't know. Something's not coherent. And my computer's a big piece of shit. So it is what it is. All right. Red Ranger says Khabib will take it to the ground. No doubt. Jesus Christ. Okay. Carry bikini pick. Pay-per-view will kill. Could you imagine? Kristen Cooper says all MMA holes are cool. And Kristen Cooper is correct. Brian Houston says, Yo Romero better hope God is on his side. And fuck Luke Thomas. Guys, who follows me on Twitter? Hit me at the ones of you following me on Twitter, because guess what? Luke Thomas heard his song. Let's see if I can find it. All right, let's see. I'm going into Twitter. So all I wanted was Luke Thomas to hear his song. That's all I wanted. And my two front teeth. Let's see if I can find it. All right, so this is what I'm doing. Follow me at the MMA-HOLES. Do it fucking now. Everyone's like, what's a tweeter? All right, let's go to the MMA-HOLES. You click on my crown face. All right, let's see. MMA-HOLES, and that's right, we have merchandise. Merchandise. Check it out in the description. All right. Check it out over here, guys. I don't know if you can see it. But Chris Paul, Luke, you need to check out the MMA-HOLES on YouTube. We made a song for you. And here's the donk himself. He fucking responded. The best part about Luke Thomas is this. Luke Thomas doesn't respond to anybody. If you say something nice, he won't respond. But if you're a piece of shit, Luke Thomas will respond. I've learned that. Anytime I'm a piece of shit to Luke Thomas, he responds. And he responds, where is it? So what did I do? Bang. Link right in there. This guy, hater's going to hate, props, fuck you. And I said, Luke Thomas, it's an epic tribute. I feel it should be your intro to your YouTube streams. And he responds, Chris Paul, he goes, Yeah, he wasn't he wasn't thrilled about it. He wasn't super stoked. But I think it's fucking hilarious. Who saw that Luke Thomas song? Who is an MMA-hole? And guys, let's go back to that chat. Luke Thomas saw it. Romero needs to stop throwing water on himself. You know what's funny? I was watching an old Jacare fight, and fucking Jacare does it too. Is it a Brazilian thing? I mean, nothing against the Brazilians. I'm a big fan of these Brazilian fighters, but it seemed like Jacare does the same fucking thing. Douses himself with water. Jesus Christ, has a ghost, a dancing guy, a fucking cantina girl, and a fucking finger going up. Neri Diaz, LOL. Hey, guess what, guys? In case you didn't know, Eddie Gone Bonkers is the peanut guy. Thomas T says, do Romero have a bowel movement problem? I don't think so. 11111. There you go, guys. Check that out. Neri Diaz. And let's see. Neri Diaz, your ex-boyfriends, and all the newcomers. We are all here. We are here live every Wednesday. And at UFC, listen, guys, the new people, listen to Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is from the beginning. Jesus Christ is a man. He's a legend. And he drops the links in the chat like a badass. You need to hang out with Jesus. He's a good person. And he leads you to the, whatever. Your ex-boyfriend, nice. Okay, here we go. I think Khabib's in the chat. I can't say this. I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's Russian, but you speak in English, so good. You're going to answer my question? Question mark. Do you think that Joe Rogan would be able to kick the shit out of you? No. I wish I knew how to pronounce that name. It definitely looks Russian. And Khabib's a pussy. Jesus Christ says, Alpha Russian, Joe Rogan will do nothing. And I agree. Jesus. Red Ranger says, who the fuck is that guy? That's what Red Ranger says.
Who the fuck is that guy?
That's right. Thomas T says, Luke Thomas is a wannabe journalist who says, I eat UFC poop and I like it, sir. May I have more? It was tough for me to get through that. That's fucking funny. Ryan Houston says, Luke Thomas is a wanker. How? I love you guys. You guys are the best. Fucking funny. Luke Thomas is a wanker. Who still lives in his mama's basement? He does. And he grows his beard there. And guys, Luke Thomas don't have a beard like this. Look at this fucking thing. I even have grays in mine, but mine are better, stronger, and magical. There's my living room, guys. There is the MMA-HOLES living room. We have an addition to the MMA-HOLE living room, and it's Jesse Bell Hill. Welcome to our living room wall. All right. Anyone see Khabib's Q&A? I was just talking about that, Jacob. It was fucking great. It was absolutely great. Khabib, and I was saying this before, Jacob, Khabib is definitely 100% looking to fucking fight McGregor, but he doesn't care. He's just chill. He's just trying to go for Tony Ferguson, rip his head off, and see who the next victim is. What I said before is the UFC is looking. They're hungry. They're looking for Khabib to fight Conor. They want this to happen. They don't want Tony to fight him. They don't. They are not Team Tony. They want Khabib to win. Money. They feel it's a lot of money. So that's what they want. They want the Khabib. They want the Conor fight. They're not going to get it because Khabib's going to lose. Sorry, guys. You heard it here first. And I am Mystic Moss. And I know everything. Right, Conor?
Yes, sir.
All right. Eddie going ape shit. Okay. Did I read it wrong before? Okay, I switched it to Eddie going ape shit. Okay. Now I know it's not bonkers. It's ape shit. I like that. All right. Says, you want to fight him in the ring? I'll fight him wherever. I bet he would take you the fuck out. Listen, I fear no one. I fear no one because you know what? Check this out. Bang. Look at that thing. Fucking look at that. I fear nothing. Nothing. It's impenetrable. And welcome to the MMA-HOLES. I wish I could say that name. Tell me how to pronunciate that name. Instead of going just phonetically tell me how to say it and I will say it properly. Thomas T says Luke Thomas is a UFC mentally challenged Hall of Shamer. I love that that Luke Thomas saw his song. Do you guys want to see the song? Hold on. Let's go to YouTube. Hold on a second, kids. Just everybody hold the fuck on. Everybody hold on. And that chat is flowing smoothly. And I think when the chat flows smoothly,
Wonderful.
it is wonderful, wonderful. That's right. All right, kids, this is what I'm going to do. Let's go back to that living room. Here we are. We're in my living room. We're going to go to my channel real quick. La-di-da-di-da. And we have 417 subscribers. I think that's so wonderful, wonderful. We are cruising right along. This is the MMA-HOLES channel. Yes. I'll move that over. There it is. Check it out, the Luke Thomas song. I'll play it for you fucking guys. To you guys that are new to the Luke Thomas extravaganza, this is my tribute to him. And Luke Thomas actually saw it. It made my day. I was so excited. I was skipping around like a little schoolgirl. It was amazing. It was wonderful, wonderful. The interweb is so fucking slow today. I want to fucking bash my head against the floor. Multiple times. This is unbelievable. All right, I'll see you later. All right. Okay. Everybody relax. There he is, Luke Thomas. It's still loading up. This is the Luke Thomas song. That's right. Here it is. Everybody, enjoy. Oh, what the fuck? Come on. That's because I monetize my own videos. Let's skip that. Everyone, don't forget to fucking skip the ads. All right. Everybody relax. Enjoy. That's me. So adorable. Oh. Hey. What are you doing here? Well, since I have you here, I have something to play for you. There was a request for a song on the last episode of the MMA-HOLES. Luke Thomas saw this. I guess I'll play it.
For some reason, I'm really excited for this one.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, fuck you! Yeah!
Everybody sing along!
Widow's peak, stupid hair, that's your opinion, I don't care. I can deadlift, I can squat, my inverted penis looks like a twat! Fuck you! Luke Thomas, fuck you! Luke Thomas, fuck you! Luke Thomas, eat a bag of dicks! Comfy hoodies, extra tight suits, Eddie Monster face, hot dog bottom lip, never smiles, serial killer ears, YouTube live streams,
Never reach chat.
Fuck you! Luke Thomas, fuck you! Luke Thomas, fuck you! Luke Thomas, eat a bag of dicks! Fuck you!
Luke Thomas!
Fuck you!
Luke Thomas!
Fuck you!
Luke Thomas, eat a bag of dicks! That's right. Luke Thomas, eat a bag of dicks. All right, everybody relax. That's to the new viewers right there. That is the video. Luke Thomas saw it. It's so exciting. It's so wonderful, wonderful. I really wish that I could have seen Luke Thomas's face when he watched that video. I wish I could have had a Luke Thomas reaction to that. That would have been great. That would have been a lot of fun. And it would have been wonderful, wonderful. Luke Thomas song. If you guys like the Luke Thomas song, hit me with the ones. Hit me with the ones right now. The new people that jumping in here are like, what the fuck did I just sign myself up for? What is going on here? It's like a fucking circus. All right. I don't see the Scottish flag on the wall, says Ian. Ian, it'll eventually be there. I will represent Scotland in honor of you people, the Scottish. Thomas T says, never ever trust a guy with a widow's peak other than Eddie Munster, says Thomas T. Eddie Gun Asphalt says, because, question. Jesus Christ says, Chris, Luke Thomas is a friend of Ariel Hawani. And you know the Jews. And you know the Jews when you troll one of their guys. I don't know. Will he curse me? I don't know. I like Ariel. I met him. He took a picture with me. He's a wonderful, wonderful man. Yeah, where's the Scottish love? Brian Houston, are you from Scotland as well? Do we got another Scottish person in the chat? This is awesome. Love it. Thomas T says, Eddie Munster makes Luke touch. Woof, woof. Jacob says, LOL, some segment of the crowd circle-jerked Khabib multiple times during the Q&A. They were blowing smoke so far up of Khabib's ass, it was crazy. This dude is a fucking legend, man. He really is. It's crazy. Russia loves him. And I like that they have another big star that's chilling in the UFC. I kind of like that. All right. Caldwell says, Caldwell Comics. I see you, Caldwell. I see you. In the chat says, Ken Flo will come back and take Connor's belt. Bah, ha, 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 ha. I would like to see him come back, but he's not taking no one's fucking belt. Fredette About says, YouTube search Machida versus Masazi. Crazy argument. One of the funniest MMA-related things I've ever seen. Welcome to the chat, Fredette About it. Says, but Joe Rogan, dude. Andre, by the way. Andre. Okay, here we go. Now I don't have to say Andre. I have to remember that. Andre, welcome to the MMA-holes. Eddie Gone Asphalt says, I have to get used to that fucking... Oh, I said asphalt. Ape shit. I can't get used to your name, Eddie. Eddie Gone Ape shit, because you should sub to me. Let's check it out. Eddie Gone Ape shit. Let's look him up. Let's look at Eddie Gone Ape shit's page. Where is he? All right. Let's go to the living room. Let's all check out Eddie Gone Ape shit's page. Why not? We got nothing better to do, right? Let's go. All right, this is what I'm going to do. Wow, this shit's running so slow. I'm going to have to make the Fook the Internet song. Forget about Luke Thomas. Type in the MMA-holes. That's what you do. You type that shit in. Fucking A. All right, we're going to go back to the chat when my dial-up internet is moving like a fucking... I can't believe how slow it's moving. This is crazy. I want to kill somebody. I want to kill Joe Rogan. Eddie, I will sub to you. For sure. Thomas T says, hit that like button and subscribe. That's right, Thomas. You tell him. Thomas is my enforcer right now. Mexican's not here, so Thomas is my enforcer. He will take anyone out that's in his way. Eddie Gun Asphalt says, I'm an OG MMA shithead. Good for you. That is...
Wonderful, wonderful.
That sure is wonderful, wonderful. All right, let's see. I'm looking for your page here. Eddie Going Bonkers. All right. And remember, the MMA holes are live right now, and you're watching them. Man, look how slow this shit's running. Just mad slow. Wow. Look at this. Just buffering. And this is quality entertainment here, guys. Quality entertainment. I guess I'm never streaming on a Friday night again. I always do my shows on a Wednesday night. I usually don't have many problems. But, all right. Eddie Gone Bonkers. Here you are, you fuck. Why can't I click on this shit? Mwah. Eddie Gone Bonkers. Eddie Gone Ape shit. All right, I'll fucking sub later. I don't have time for this shit. I have a show going on here. Stop derailing me. Oh, God. Losing my fucking mind. Thank you for those likes in that tip jar. You all are wonderful, wonderful with those likes. You know, every tip in that jar, an angel gets its wings. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it's nice. That's right. Okay. Jesus Christ says, welcome, Andre. Joe Rogan is a true MMA fighter. Chris is just a true MMA hole, and that's right. You know what? Joe Rogan, all joking aside, I've said this on my previous shows. Joe Rogan is like one of the biggest badasses. People are like, oh, he's just a fucking comedian. He's an announcer. He's on steroids. He is on steroids. But Joe Rogan, watch YouTube videos with Joe Rogan kicking a bag, fucking Muay Thai, any of that shit, man. He's a fucking beast, man. He really is a beast. Joe Rogan knows his shit. I'm a big fan of the Joe Rogan show. Much respect. Much respect. Eddie Gone Apeshit says, what the fuck is going on? OMG, we are live everywhere. We are trending. We always trend. Jesus Christ, we always trend. Caldwell Comics says, that is some funny shit. I say Chris wins a Grammy for the Luke song. I deserve it. Who the fuck is Luke Thomas is your ex-BF? And that's all you need to know. He's Luke Thomas. Eddie Alvarez, just like my tweet. Very nice. Eddie Alvarez got promised that fight with Diaz, and Diaz turned it down. Nate's like, fuck Eddie Alvarez. I really want to see that fight. Eddie Alvarez is still recovering from Connor's fist, says your ex-BF. Thomas T says, Luke Thomas is the Lady Gaga of the MMA. He sure is. He sure fucking is. All right. Andre the Giant says, you want to go on Joe Rogan's podcast and tell him that you want to fight him? Yeah, let's do it. Joe Rogan, you don't want any of the MMA holes. Imagine a Joe Rogan MMA hole mashup. I don't know if he could handle that. I don't know if he could fucking handle that. Joe Rogan will thump most people. He really will. He's a badass. Fredette About says, is it rape if they like it? Consensual rape? Thomas T says, sons of bitches, hit that like button. There you go. See? Enforcer. Red Ranger says, Andre has a man crush on Rogan. I think he does. Maybe Andre is Joe Rogan, the Russian Joe Rogan. Anyone pumped for Jermaine versus Holly? Fook, yeah. All right. Let's stop fucking around. You guys are killing it in the chat. We're going back to the living room. So now, this is why I bring you here. This is why. UFC 208 is mañana, tomorrow. And look at all the languages. UFC 208 is tomorrow. I will be in the building. So this is what we do, MMA holes. We go to the living room, check it out. Let's discuss. Let's talk. Let's get serious for a second here. MMA holes unite. This is the card here. Poirier versus Miller. Teixeira versus Cannonier. Souza versus Bosch. Silva versus Brunson. Holm versus Randamie. That's right. These are the fights. Now, before this card was announced, it slowly was being put together. And I was liking it. I was digging it. Not many people are happy about Holm versus Randamie. Not many people want to pay for that. But I'm just excited that's in New York. And I get to go to the event. I'm pumped. I'm fucking pumped up for it. So, I will be in the building. Now, what I said before with this fight, before everything went down, this fight had Lewis versus Brown, which was going to be my favorite fight on the card. They yanked it, and now they dragged it over to Halifax, and now we're stuck with these fights. We are not stuck with these fights. It's still a damn good card. Look at it. Even if you go down to the prelims. Prelims got some damn good fights over here. Oh, man, Oka Sasaki changed his picture. If you would have seen his picture before, he gave me nightmares. But even, dude, this fight is no joke right here. Keep your eyes peeled. If I were to say, hey, watch out for a sleeper fight, this is the fight right here at 170. Check this fucking fight out. It's going to be fucking awesome. And you're getting this fight for free. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Poirier versus Miller. Let's talk about it. Dustin Poirier versus Jim Miller. Jim Miller, like I said before, is an East Coast man. Jim Miller is a badass. He's been in the UFC for a hot minute. He's been there for a while. 155 pounds. Turned his shit around. And is here to fight in Nuevo York, Brooklyn. Dustin Poirier got his fucking bell rung. Dustin Poirier is still a badass, still a tough fighter. This is going to be a great fight between these two fighters. Do not sleep. The main card starts with these two fucking killers. Not bad. And good for Jim Miller to climb back into the picture. Klein ack. Klein ack. What the fuck is wrong with me? Climb back in the picture. Good for Jim Miller. Pumped up for this fight. Now, everyone's like, Chris, Who do you pick for this fight? Jim Miller, Dustin Poirier? Let me know in the chat who you guys have. Now, we usually do a fight, buddies, but I'm going to be there, so I'm going to give you my picks right now. How excited are you? I know you all are excited, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you my picks. Let me know in the chat right now. Who do you have? Jim Miller, Dustin Poirier? Let me know right fucking now. I'm going to give you my pick, and my pick is this. The number 10 fighter, Dustin Poirier, will bounce back and beat Jim Miller. He will beat Jim Miller. I feel that he's going to fix his mistakes from the last fight. He's going to keep that chin down. He's going to be smart, and I feel he's going to finish Miller. Remember, Dustin Poirier's got some serious pop in those hands. He is well-rounded. Jim Miller's a tough dude, a tough guy to finish, but I do feel that Dustin Poirier has that chip, that edge on his shoulder. Jim Miller's going to want to try to drag him, gruel on him, be a tough physical fighter with Dustin Poirier and try to drag it into the later rounds. I feel Dustin Poirier is going to put Miller away early. People are probably like, Chris, are you crazy? Jim Miller put away early? Yes, it's going to happen. Dustin Poirier will get the W. Let me know. Who do you have? Who the fuck do you have? All right. Joe Rogan versus Alex Jones. Thomas T says. Daniil says. Thomas T. Yes! Thomas T. That was an epic fucking podcast. Who are we talking about here? Who the fuck are we talking about here? All right. Let's go back a little bit. Who is the hottest ugly chick in the UFC? Who is it? JJ, Joanna Jonjacek. That's what I think. That's what I think, Cowboy Comics. Because a lot of people say she's ugly. I think she's cute in a weird way. In some weird fucking way. Holly is going to slice the ring and starch Jermaine, says your ex-boyfriend. Thomas C says, MMA-holes? Okay, we're cool now, says Andre. All right. As long as we're cool, welcome to the holes. Who cares about which chick is hot in the UFC? Those girls are legit. They are. They're tough badasses. Let's go through here. That was an epic fucking podcast. You saw that? It's a decent card. I've seen worse. There you go, Red Ranger. Now, here's the thing. Do you want to pay money to see this fight? It's not one you want. Run to the cable company and be like, I want this pay-per-view. It's tough to say, but when you really look at the card, when you really break it down, you got fucking names everywhere. You got star power everywhere. It's not lopsided. It's very well balanced, this card. But we're talking about Poirier and Miller. I gave you my pick. I said Poirier's going to do it. Let me know in the chat who the fuck you got. All right. Jacob says, Luke Thomas said his grandmother was from Lebanon. Do you think Luke Thomas' diet includes liberal amounts of hummus and falafel? Yes. And cock. I think cock, incorporate that in his diet too. Thomas T says, MMA-holes right behind. 10 more fucking likes. Gas prices fall. That's right. If we get another 10 likes, hey, we're fucking 8 away. Not 8 away, 6 away. Nice math, Chris. 6 away, and you hear the fucking song again, and gas prices drop. They plummet. Like it. Fuchs free gas. Cartman says fucking, and it says what? Welcome to the chat, Cartman. I'm excited. We have Cartman in the chat. Who would have thought that Cartman would have came to the MMA-holes chat? I'm starstruck. Let's go to the next fight. Back into the MMA-holes living room. I told you Poirier is going to win the first fight. I see it. I see these things. They call me Mystic Moss, and that is going to happen. Let's go here. This is a tough one to pick. It's always tough to pick a fight when Glover Teixeira is involved. You don't know what Glover you're going to get. Everyone seems to forget that Glover Teixeira is a fucking badass, tough-ass fighter going after 2 very difficult losses. Let's look at the glove. Still number 3 ranked. Jared Cannonier is, man, what an opportunity. I mean, talk about a big opportunity for Cannonier right now. Here's Glover Teixeira. Check it out. There's his statistics. All right. Why do I think he had 2 in a row? I guess because Anthony knocked his tooth out so hard. Am I fucking... I'm lost. What the fuck is wrong with me? Anyway, okay. He's still coming off that Anthony Johnson. Why did I think he had another one? Oh, fuck me. I'm an idiot. Anthony Johnson knocked his fucking face off, knocked his tooth 7 rows back, and now he's got Cannonier. But if you look at Glover Teixeira, excuse me, as my fucking throat collapses on me. Rashad Evans, win. Round 1. Glover Teixeira, Patrick Cummins, Peace out. Round 2. Owens St. Preux, who was actually pretty hot at that time. Submission. Round 3. All fucking finishes. 3 in a row. Gets knocked the fuck out by Rumble Johnson. And now he's back. Has another shot going against Cannonier. Let's take a look at Cannonier for a second. Let's go back to the stats. 22 watching. Welcome to the MMA-Holes right now. You are watching MMA-Holes Weekly Chat. We usually do this on a Wednesday, but you're in for a treat. We're doing it on a fucking Friday. That's right. Daniil Ramika says, Luke Thomas versus Joe Rogan. Make it happen, Dana. Make it fucking happen. Right now. In Brazilian, my name is Nathan, says Cartman. But in the chat, you will be Cartman. Here he is, Jared Cannonier. Welcome to the MMA-Holes living room. We go through, and here we go. 2 fights in a row. The ultimate fighter. So here we go, Cannonier. You look at it, and you're like, not much experience over here. He's coming out of the ultimate fighter, but he's a pretty big prospect right now. My man is a good fucking fighter. Keep an eye on this man. He's gonna make some noise. He got a big opportunity slapped right into the mix against a guy named Glover Teixeira. 2 in a row. Not much people know about this man, but remember, this guy is a badass. He is a tough ass Mufuker. Who do you guys have in this one? Let me know. Cannonier or Glover Teixeira, who is 9-1-0 Cannonier. 9-1-0. Now, everyone's asking, Chris, who was your fucking pick? I'm going to give it to you right now. I was very close to picking Glover on this one. Very, very close. And usually I do pick Glover, but I don't know. Cannonier, he's a young stud right now, and I feel that this opportunity, he's going to take advantage of it. He's going to use that long reach, and he's going to fook up Glover Teixeira. Cannonier for the win. What do you guys think? And guys, this fight will not go 3 rounds. The Killer Gorilla, which is the greatest name ever, is going to win this fight. That's right. That's right. You heard it here. Cannonier is going to win against the number 3 fighter, Glover Teixeira. Shake it up. Shake up 205. And that's right, guys. I am sick. I am sick right now. That's why I'm not at the Waynes. That's why I'm here with you guys. I am a little sick. It's okay. Fuck the sickness. I'm down with the sickness. Chat. I never forget about you guys. Jacob says, I am fucking pumped for Jacare's fight, dude. Like, he a different flavor of 185 Brazilians. Jacare, I'm a big fan of Jacare Souza. Jacare Souza is a fucking beast. Jacare Souza is no fucking joke. I was a fan of him in Strikeforce, and I'm still a fan. Forget About says, Cartman, you made a kid eat his own parents. You sick fuck. This is true. Forget About, I just read his thing. Jesus Christ says, Jacob Jacare looks more to a Shaolin monk fighter than a Brazilian. You know what? He does. He does, Jesus. Jesus also says, forget about it. Same at the Game of Thrones. But it's a hell of a vengeance. Jacob says, Jesus, nah. He kind of got those native features. He does. Squinty eyes, and he does, you know what he does? Cartman, you rock, says Cartman. Cartman says you rock. Red Ranger says, Glover versus Cannonier. That's a tough one. It could go either way. Red Ranger, it could go either way. That was a tough one for me to pick, too. I hate picking against Mr. Glover. I hate doing it. I really hate doing it. He is a fucking tough-ass fighter. Big fan of Iron Mike Tyson because he's got that pop. Glover has that one-stop shop finishing fists. Whatever that fucking means. Glover's tough as fucking nails. It's tough to pick against him, but I just feel that Jared Cannonier is going to grind the shit out of Glover and fucking put him away. I think Cannonier is going to win. I really do. Do not stand and bang with this dude, Cannonier. Do not stand and bang. Smother his ass. Forget About says, bro, don't call Jared a gorilla. That's racist. And you're supposed to put Tyron Woodley. Jesus Christ says, red skin Shaolin Brazilian. And he is speaking about Jacare Souza. Back to the living room, guys. We are 2 fights down with 3 fights left on the UFC 208 card. Who the fuck do you guys have? Let me know in the chat. In this fight, Jacare Souza versus Tim Bosch. Interesting fucking fight right here. Let me know. As I sip on my coffee with my face on it, it's great. 18 watching right now on an MMA-Holes weekly chat. Welcome. Yes, that is correct. I will be in the building for UFC 208. We will be live streaming, having a little bit of fun. I'm going to try to record some extra stuff. It's going to be wonderful, wonderful.
Do you have money?
Hold on one second. Do I have money? Do I have money? Probably not. Check my wallet. Do I have money? Well, I don't have money from YouTube, I'll tell you that. All right. The internet's being such a bitch today, man. It's killing me. Really is killing me. All right, large hangouts. Where are we? Let's go back to the living room. Here we go. Ronaldo. Ronaldo Souza, also known as Jacare Souza. Tim Bosch, the Barbarian. Guys, gonna be a fun fight. This is not even going to be close, guys. I'm sorry. Tim the Barbarian is coming off of a good victory. The Bosch. But, hold on. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think he finished the other fucking dude. And I'm pretty sure it's at 205, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if my memory serves me correct. Yep. UFC 205. I got it right. Rafael Natal. That was a good fucking fight. And yep, round 1, he finished his ass. He finished him strong. Okay, I don't forget everything. Sometimes I remember stuff. So Tim Bosch coming off of a nice victory. Tim Bosch, a very strong, powerful man. What Jacare has to do is take him to the ground, smother him. Jacare Souza is a fucking reptile. Jacare Souza is a gentleman that slithers on the floor, drags you to the ground, is slick with submissions. Jacare Souza also has swinging hands when he lets them things go. Short, strong hooks. Jacare Souza has a lot of weapons, and Jacare Souza is going to win the fight. That's right. I said it here. Jacare Souza is going to win the fight and be like, okay, guys, give me that title fucking shot. Ronaldo Souza, also known as Jacare, is going to get the W. That's right, kids. Tim Bosch, I'm sorry, my friend. You came off of a nice victory, but Jacare will submit you, and he will finish you. That's what Chris says. That's what he does because I am Mystic Fucking Mas. Chat. What do you guys think on this one? Jacare, Tim Bosch. Let me fucking know. Okay. Fredette about says, bro, don't call Jared a gorilla. That's right. I saw that. Redskin, Shaolin, Brazilian, whatever, long as he ain't Arab, says Jacob. Fredette about says Tyron Woodley. There you go. Now you could finish the statement. Cartman says, your live should have many viewers. Your live should have many viewers. Okay. We have 22 right now hanging out with us. Thomas T says, bitches, hit the button or suck Luke Thomas. That's right. Hit that fucking like button. Stop being a dickbag. Red Ranger says, Bosch got knockout power, but Souza is a machine and is relentless. That's what he is. He's relentless. He does not stop. He does not let off the gas. He could grind you for 3 fucking rounds. I just watched the Jacare Souza fight, Gegard Musashi. Awesome fucking fight. Went 3 rounds. Souza, man, oh man, that was a good fight. It was a good grinding fight. If you like to watch a good grinding fight, Jacare really did some work there. Gegard tagged him with a couple of good shots here and there, but Jacare was resilient and won that fight. It was a fun one to watch. But yeah, he's relentless. Okay. Fredette About It. This is Fredette About's picks. Take a look. Just take a look. He says Poirier. He says Brunson. He says Jacare. He says Glover. And he says Holm. Remember that. I need everyone to jot that down and remember that. Fredette About It says those are the picks. But the picks you have to remember is Mystic Moss, which is myself, because I get them all right. Thomas T says, you ugly recruits that have not liked or subscribed will be broken. The Enforcer. Thomas T, the Enforcer, says like the fucking, put a fucking thumb in the tip jar. He says do it now. Silva versus Brunson. Who the fuck do you have? Like I said before, Anderson Silva, the Spider, is the best. The GOAT of the UFC. This guy is definitely one of the fighters that got me into watching MMA. He is so much fucking fun to watch. He had one of the greatest streaks in UFC history. Legend of the UFC. He's about 700 years old, but he still's got it. He's still number 7. He still feels that he can make another run at that belt. Derek Brunson, coming off that struggling loss. First round, gets fucking knocked out. But that Derek Brunson fight was so much freaking fun to watch, man. It really was. A lot of people criticized him for his technique, says he was sloppy coming in. But Derek Brunson doesn't care. Derek Brunson likes to brawl. Derek Brunson likes to bring it. And this is why this is a tough fight. If this fight finishes in the first round, I have to give the advantage to Derek Brunson. I really do. He's the younger, more powerful fighter. I do feel that Anderson Silva is going to fight this one smart. He's not going to play the Chris Weidman game. I feel that Anderson Silva is going to do his thing. He's going to dance around, be slick. I know he doesn't put those hands up. He doesn't block. He better fucking don't play games, Anderson. Anderson won't play games, and Anderson's going to win. He's going to win this fucking fight. I am picking the spider on this one. How about that? What do you think about that? Now, make no mistake, I am a Derek Brunson fan. I'm a big Derek Brunson fan. When he beat Uriah Hall, I was like, oh, okay. All right, Derek Brunson. You're not playing around. And he's not playing around. He's a tough-ass fighter. He's strong. He's powerful. He has that pop. And I love finishers. Everyone that finishes a fight, tries to finish a fight, I'm a big fan of that. And Derek Brunson, you're one of those guys. So, Derek Brunson, I will be rooting for you in this fight. But unfortunately, you're not going to beat the spider. And the spider will prevail in the co-main... Oh, fuck. Excuse me. Hold on a second. What the fuck? Hold on. My fucking sock. My sock almost ripped my toe off. All right, what was I saying? Yeah, this spider's going to win. Shit balls. I need to rest up. Because tomorrow I'm going to UFC 208. I am a little bit under the weather right now, and I fucking suck ass. But check it out. Here it is. My cup. With my face on it. That's why you subscribe to the MMA-holes, because you get to watch a guy talk about MMA and drink out of a cup with his face on it in the crown. No other show gives you that. No other show gives you the wonderful, wonderful world of the MMA-holes. Right, John?
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's right. That's fucking right. Back to the chat. All right. Let's see what we got here. Cartman says, Bay. Jesus Christ says, if there isn't anything to win, I don't make predictions. That's right. That's what Jesus says with a smiley, smushy face. Thomas T says, stop resting and give your back and expose your hole. Thomas T is lit up. Thomas T is in charge of that chat, taking people out on the way. Fredette About says, okay, Petty and Gia MMA. Bookmark that channel, people. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, Red Ranger says, let's not forget Silva took Cormier all the way. You know, a lot of people, Red Ranger, criticize that fight. A lot of people, here, let's do this. Put that phone up. Bang, there you are. I see you now. You're there. You're here. Yeah. It kills me that my voice is so fucking, and my shirt's all banged out. But what is up with OBS today? OBS is a big piece of shit today. It's not streaming very well. The fuck, OBS? You're killing me. Need to fix that. I need a new computer. It has to happen. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Anyway, what were we saying? I was saying something. Fuck. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. What were we talking about? We were talking about... Where are you? Cormier, that's right. Red Ranger, that's correct. Cormier, Anderson Silva filled in. Daniel Cormier took the fight with Anderson Silva. Fuck it, let's do it on short rest. UFC 200, and it went the distance. Think about it. Look at the size difference. I know fucking Anderson Silva got thrown around a little bit over there, but he did go the distance with DC. And DC, to me, is still a very, 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 very big badass. A heavy, like lurking, wrestling, powerful fighter. And Anderson Silva went the distance with him on short rest in his 40s. You got to give him props for that. It wasn't a great, fun fight to watch, but he did his thing and he hung in there. Anderson, the Spider Silva, is not over. He's not done. And I do feel he has a little left in the tank, and he will beat Derek Brunson. All right. All right. So, laugh at Jacob. Silva versus Son in 3. Make it happen, Bellator, or submission on the ground. That's what Jacob says. Look, if you're looking at MMA and you don't know, says Thomas T. MMA-holes. Isadora is Aguilera. What? I don't know. I'm going to say Isadora. Isadora, welcome to the MMA-hole. Says, you will show the fights here or not? We usually do what's called Fight Buddies. Check out on our pay-per-views. We do live streams, and we have a wonderful, wonderful time. Subscribe and check it out. Thomas T says, you are here, and this is fun place. This is a fun place. It is, Thomas T. You tell them. Fredette About says, Isadora, our shows the fight in HD, no leg. He shows the fight in HD, no leg. That's right, Fredette About. Yeah, we show the entire fucking fight. Every fight. If you want to see the fight, subscribe, and you'll see the whole fucking thing. Jacob says, Yaz Zahabi's brother is a 5'8" bantamweight. I'm interested. You are interested. Okay, good. I like people that are interested. Guys, back to the living room. There is one more fight on UFC 208, and here it is. Holly Holm, Jermaine Durandamy. I said this beginning as well. This fight was the toughest one for me to pick. This fight here was a very, very tough fight. Holly Holm coming off of 2 losses at 135. Jermaine Durandamy fought a man. She fought a man. That's right. She fought a fucking man. Yes. So now you have this fight. The 145-pound division, female division, has arrived in the UFC. You're about to see fucking history. The first fight at 145. Guys, this is why you're paying for this pay-per-view. This is why you're stealing the fight and pirating it. This is why you're doing it. Holly Holm versus Jermaine Durandamy. Everyone's like, is that really a headliner? The story is that the 145-pound division is going to happen for the first time for the females, for the lovely ladies. That is why you are watching this fight. That is why. So here we go. Who do you have? The Preacher's Daughter or the Iron Lady? Let me know. Now, let's go back in time. Holly Holm, before the UFC, I told all my friends, I said, watch this girl. She is going to take down Ronda Rousey. I really felt that. She came into the UFC and she looked, so-so. But look what happened. She beat Holly Holm. She beat Ronda Rousey. And that was it. Dethroned the greatest, the GOAT of the UFC, Ronda Rousey. Holly Holm did it. On top of the world. Next thing you know, Miesha Tate comes in and chokes her fucking ass out. That's a wrap. Holly Holm is done. 2 fights in a row. Boom, boom, loses. Now she has another chance. This is her last hurrah. Holly Holm is going for the 145-pound belt. Who the fuck do you have? Do you think Jermaine is going to be able to take that belt and raise it above her head? Or do you think Holly Holm is going to regain the throne in a different weight class at the 145-pound weight class? Fucking you. What do you guys think about Sick Chris? He's miserable. My pick in this fight is not the Preacher's Daughter. It is Jermaine Durandamy. That's right. My pick has changed. I was going with the Preacher's Daughter. I really thought she had a chance. The more I watch about Jermaine Durandamy, she is just too toof. Too toof. She is too strong. She is too much of a badass. Watch this girl kick. She is a tough-ass fighter. 6-3-0. Don't let that fool you. Jermaine is going to win this fight. Jermaine Durandamy, the Dutch, the Netherlands, is going to win this fight and beat Holly Holm. And Holly Holm's going to lose 3 in a fucking row. That's right. What do you guys think? Who's going to win this fight? Now, when Holly Holm comes in there doing her skipping her dance, I am going to be rooting for Holly Holm because I am a Holly Holm fan. But I just feel that Jermaine Durandamy is going to win this fight. I really do. I feel that she's got the guts. She's got the skills to take out the Preacher's Daughter. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. All right. Alrighty, Isadora, we give the links for the live streams and we watch together if you want. Says Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is the commander-in-chief of links. Isadora says, thank you. Brazil here. Represent. Brazil's in the house. Brazil is.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's right. Brazil is.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I forgot to play my song. It's a little late, but I'll play it fucking now. Why not? Get ready.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's right.
It's time to make predictions on the show. Yeah. Chris's predictions are always right. Yeah. So listen to my predictions. Now you assholes, it's time to make predictions.
So I was a little late with the song. I was supposed to play that early and I fucking played it at the end, but who gives a fuck? Who cares? So welcome, Brazil. It's good to see you in the chat as an MMA hole. Represent the MMA holes from Brazil. We touch people from all over the world. That sounded wrong. That sounded very wrong.
No! 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 No!
All right. So let's see what you guys think. Let's see what you guys say. By the way, I'm not the only one who thinks Jermaine, who probably a dyke, is more attractive than Holly Holm. No, she's not attractive. I'm sorry. She's not. No. 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 No, she's not attractive. I'm sorry. Does the prick Luke Thomas respect his chat room? No, he doesn't. That's why you're here. That's why you are an MMA hole. We respect the chat room. Red Ranger says, Randamie Muay Thai might be too much for Holly. Now remember, Holly Holm is a kickboxing champ. A straight up badass, a striking badass. For sure. But I just think Randamie is just too powerful. I really do. Remember, Holly Holm is in Jackson Wink. She has that fucking, those coons in her corner. So she does have a good team around her, but I do feel that that game plan is not going to be enough. Jermaine is going to win. And finish Holly Holm. I really do see a finish. Abazab is here, says style makes fights, Chris. Holm Rousey proved it, and Tate Holm cemented it. That's what Abazab says. Abazab is in the chat, and he is.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thomas T says he does not. The very reason Chris chokes out Luke Thomas. Luke cries horrible. Think before he taps. That's right. Luke Thomas will tap. He will tap. My beard will prevail. Jacob says a loss would be terrible for Holm at this point. Yeah, 3 in a row. And honestly, I'm sorry to say this. Holly Holm will retire after this fight. Watch. All right. Thomas T says, listen, mofos, hit the like button. That's right. Tell him, Thomas. You fucking tell him. Forget about it, what a paragraph says. Does anyone else remember when the UFC had the big unveiling of the Reebok fight kick? With Reebok, and had the best fighters come out wearing the stuff, but had misspelled their names. Shit was hilarious. I do remember all of them marching out in that terrible Power Ranger outfits. I don't remember the misspelling of the names. If that is correct, I don't recall that, but that does sound fucking hilarious. Jacob says, in quotations, we touch people from all over the world. Chris, that's correct. That is a correct quote. We do. Also, does anyone else remember when Nate Diaz strangled the life out of Connor? Stop it, Fredette, about it. Stop it. Connor, you remember?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fuck, Connor remembers. Fears Man is here. Fears Man is in the chat. Everyone say hello to Fears Man. Yeah, dude, totally fucking rad, dude. MMA-holes. Let me get an MMA-holes in the chat. Right now, every fucking buddy, yell it out. Yell it proud. Yell it strong. Be proud. Be an MMA-hole. Yell it. Welcome, Fears. Jacob El-Shadi says, Nate beat Connor twice. Wake up, people. Come on, Jacob. Get out of here. Thomas T says, my ass gets the keyboard on Luke Thomas dies. Fredette About says, no offense, Chris, but Luke would probably fuck you up. Luke, get away from my ass, is Thomas T. So there you go. There it is. There it is, kids. We went through UFC 208. What do you guys think? What do you guys say? Are you guys excited? Are you buying this fucking thing? Drop those tips in the jar right fucking now. So now this is what I'm going to do, kids. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to refresh my beverages. I want you to keep that chat room going. I'm not going anywhere. I don't understand why this thing is lagging. Let me see something here. Tip jar. What is slowing down my shit? Let's take this off. All right. Let's see. Got that off. Maybe I got too many things running right now. Let's try to see what we could do here. Make this thing run a little smoother. This thing is lagging like a motherfucker. Really is. Not liking it. But that's all right. We're still having a good time. All right, guys, keep that chat room fucking going. I'm going to play a little bit of music. I will be right back. You stay right fucking there. Oh, fuck. It's a dance party.
Wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Enough of that. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. All right, I'm back. We're back. We're back in business, kids. We are back. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for hanging out. We are here. We are live. The MMA-holes are live, and we are back. Okay, kids. What do you think of my wonderful, wonderful song? Yes. Let's see. What did I miss in the fucking chat? All right. Okay, everyone is here. Everyone is wonderful, wonderful. Red Ranger says, everybody get the glow sticks out. Time to party. That's right. Fucking MMA-hole style. Everyone fucking party. All right, Jacob says, come on, I watched that fight again. Nate had a round that was much like Tyron versus Woodley. He had a 10-8 round, Chris. Conor definitely won 2 rounds based on knockdowns. Nate scored a 10-8. All right. I watched that fight multiple times myself. And are you forgetting that Conor put fucking Nate on his bum multiple times? I mean, 3 times? Come on, guys. There is a 10-8 round that went Conor's way, too. I think you guys are forgetting this. That fight was back and forth. It was really close. Now, when I did watch that fight originally, I did think that Nate won that fight. So, and I'm a super Conor man. Where is he? Hold on. Let's take the chat down. I'm a Conor fanboy for sure. There he is. But watched it again. I really, really watched it again and tried to see what the judges were scoring it and how they were scoring it. And yeah, Conor took it. Conor outpointed Nate, and he definitely got the fight, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Let's run it back. Let's see it a third time. Fuck it. Why not? Let's fucking see it again. I would definitely want to see that fight again. All right. Let's get with this. We'll be right back. So that's it. I'm going to UFC 208 tomorrow. It is happening. I can't wait for this fucking fight. I can't wait to be in the building. I can't wait to drink and have a great time. I will be trying my best to get that stream going to you guys so we can hang out all together like a big happy family. So OBS is a bitch right now. The internet is a bitch right now. You know what? Let me try. I'm plugged in. Let me see something real quick. I'm such a stickler for detail. I can't stand when shit doesn't run smooth, and this stream is not running smooth, man. My voice is all over the place. I'm choppy. I hate that. It makes me sad. It makes me upset. It makes me want to cry. That's all right. We'll get through this, kids. We'll get through this. Let's see the chat. Thomas T, great fighter. Who is this? Conor is a hype, says Thomas T. But come on, Tyron Woodley, Floyd Mayweather. What? Thomas T says, but come on, Tyron, Floyd Mayweather. I'm not sure what we're talking about here. Forget About says, Yawoub, you're an idiot. It's Jacob. You're an idiot, but okay. Red Ranger says, MMA-holes. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Chris, can you let the pigeon know that I once ate a pigeon? I'll let him know. And if you look in the living room floor, there he is. A cute little pigeon. He's hanging out. And the pigeon is coming with us tomorrow. Although, I did read a text that the pigeon said that he might not be able to make it. That's fucked up. He better come. Right now, V-Neck, you can see V-Neck is there. V-Neck will be there. Diaper John will be there. I will be there for sure. I don't know what the pigeon's doing. I hope the pigeon does come. But we will be streaming from there, talking to you guys live from the Barclays Center. We're going to have to do a stream. We're going to have a little surprise for you guys. Say subscribed. We'll be there. Absolute MMA is in the chat and says, Holly winning that belt tomorrow night. Then she's going to duck Cyborg. Cyborg is only getting a 6-month suspension. That's what I heard too. Cyborg will be back before you know it. That's what you're saying. Holly's going to win that fight. Okay. I picked Jermaine, but I can't argue. It could be either way. Like I said before, this fight will be the toughest fight for me to pick, and I'm still going to remain with this one. I just think she's too powerful, too strong, too determined, and will pull it off. Lucky Chuck is here, says back from a job interview. Hope it went well. We all hope it went well, Lucky. Welcome to the MMA-holes, where our stream is so fucking choppy, it's driving me nuts. It's driving me fucking nuts. I need a new computer. This is horseshit. This is insane. Ugh. All right. But welcome, Lucky. Everyone say hello to Lucky in the chat. Jesus Christ says, Jacob, my bro, I love you, my man, but Connor fucked up Nate for 20 minutes. Nate pillow fist him for 1 minute for 2 to 3 rounds. Slaps don't count as knockdowns. His face was butchered like a gazelle. Very well said, Jesus Christ, I concur. Red Ranger says it's laggy, but we don't give a fook. All right, Red Ranger, good, I'm glad. But yeah, it drives me nuts. It really does. This choppy, laggy fucking bullshit. This thing was running like a fucking, like a peach. Like a fucking well-soaked pussy. And it's running like shit now. I do think it's a combination of this. My shit computer, and it's a Friday night. I feel we're like peak prime time internet traffic. I'm probably throttled back right now. And Verizon's being a bitch. My computer's being a bitch. Everyone's being a bitch right now. So I think I might have to adjust the bit rate. And who gives a fuck? We're still here. We're still partying on the MMA holes, and that's all that fucking matters. And thank you, Red Ranger. You are wonderful, wonderful. We have 419 subscribers in there. Welcome to the MMA holes. Thank you for the subscribes. On our way closer to 430. We're going to be at 500 in no time. This is fucking awesome. I appreciate all the love and the...
Wonderful, wonderful.
Let me get a Pat Cummins squeezing the pus out of his knee. Yes. Nate Diaz had mama's boy punches in the rematch with Connor. This is absolute MMA. That's right. That's fucking right. 26 are in this tip jar. Look at him. 26. In there. 4 more, we get to hear the song again. We have 419 subscribers. We got the chat room flowing. We talked about the Khabib. What do you guys think? Did you guys see that Khabib interview? It was fucking good stuff. Khabib always gives a good interview. It's always fun to watch. I like his stoicness, his sternness, and he's ready to fight Tony Ferguson. It's going to be a lot of fucking fun. Now, we spoke about this too. Let's go here. Let's go on a little adventure. UFC. Yeah, you know me. That's right. Guys, this Wednesday show turned into a Friday show. That's what we did. Did you guys see my last rant? I fucking reached out to YouTube. YouTube did email me multiple times talking about this issue. There is an issue with YouTube, and their live stream app is only released to people with subscribers 10,000 or more. 10,000 or more. What about the little people? What about the MMA holes? So I reached out. If you guys didn't see it, check out my last video. It was a lot smoother than this, but it was me ranting. If you did, hit me with the ones. I'd like to know who saw that video. All right, there she is, Holly Holm, the preacher's daughter. We watched a little bit of the weigh-ins together like a big happy family. We looked at it. Let's see what's coming up in the UFC. Schedule. All right. That's right. Today we have a sick Chris. I'm not dying. I'm not on my deathbed. I woke up. I have a yellow mucus, and I feel like I could. You're so close to me that I could let you guys know about my yellow mucus. Yes, but it's not going to stop me from getting drunk and crunk tomorrow, for sure. All right, so we discussed this, and I'm very sad about this. Live on FS1, they moved the fight that I really wanted to see: Brunson versus Brunson. What the fuck is wrong with me? Lewis versus Brown. Went to Halifax. Let's check out that card. Let's see what that card's about. I didn't really check about it. Check it out because I'm upset. I'm sad. But let's look at it now. It looks like it's pulled together. Oh, Talib is back. The first thing that jumps out to me, I'm assuming Talib is back. Nordine Talib, check out my Instagram. Is a picture of me flexing with him, or actually just throwing up the fucking fist. Talib's been out for a hot minute and he's back. How about Talib? I've been waiting to see this dude fight. Johnny Hendricks. Whoa, how about this card? This is a fucking fight night. This is going to be a good freaking fight, buddies. When is this? Sunday, February 19th. Everybody check your calendars, mark your calendars, and just jot in your calendars MMA-holes fight buddies. UFC Fight Night, Sunday, February 19th, 2017. Everyone mark your calendars now. We're all going to watch this shit together. That is definitely going to be a fight, buddies. We're going to have to fucking make this shit happen. Mark your calendars right fucking now. This shit looks good, man. You got Esparza, Marcos. Fuck, man. This is good shit. Really good stuff. You got the main event, Lewis versus Travis Brown. I keep on saying Matt Brown. This fight here, I was really, really fucking looking forward to it. I said it's a main. We got a fucking treat in UFC 208. This is a freaking main event right here. A fight night main event. And what do? They heard me. They fucking dragged it off and dragged it to Halifax. How about Hendricks versus Lombard? Damn, that's going to be a good one too. Johnny Hendricks versus Lombard at 185. Take a look at that. 185. Johnny Hendricks' new place, his new home. Gavin Tucker versus Sam Sicilia. Oh, you got this fucking schmuck face. Theodore, this jerk off. You guys watch Ultimate Fighter? He rubs me the wrong way. Great. He's a really good fighter, though. I'll give him that much. He's a very good fighter. But he just rubs me the wrong way. You just wanna fucking punch him in the face. Multiple times. And then fucking cut his hair off and shove it down his throat. But it's gonna be good. He's a good fighter. Out of Canada. Talib is my boy. Real nice dude, man. Real nice dude. Yeah, let's go. We're going to go to Talib real quick. And like I said, check out the Instagram page. You can check it out. It's me throwing a fist up with my man Talib. Just chilling. Real cool dude. Real cool dude. This guy's hand was like the size of my fucking head. I should look for that picture. Let's see. I'm going to go to Instagram. As that's loading up. Let's see. Instagram. Instagram. And it goes right to Justin Sumter. My man, Justin Sumter. Man, yeah, it's the internet. The internet's blowing right now. There's my man, The Fort. Check him out. Follow him. Justin, The Fort Sumter has a fight coming up. Check him out. He is fucking wonderful, wonderful. I have some big things coming up next week, in the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned to the MMA-holes. We're going to have one day where we actually have 5 fighters on. That's right, 5 fucking fighters on. Back to back to back. I'm going to keep you posted with that. That's going to be a great time. All right. Instagram. Now, the reason why I went to Instagram, these are people I'm following. Oh, yes. Man, this shit's slow as a motherfucker. Here we are, the MMA-holes. Check us out on Insta. We be killing it on Instagram. And here's the fight with our buddy Justin Sumter, The Fort. March 11th, 2017. Check him out. He's going to be fucking chilling. Premier Fighting. There he is. Let's just do that. Check him out. Premier FC, March 11th, 2017. A little plug to my buddy Justin Sumter, who, like I said, is a bad fucking ass. All right, load more. Here's Marlene. There's me. Let's see. What else do we got over here? There's Khabib. All right, so what I'm looking for, I'm going back in history right now. I'm taking you on an adventure, on a journey. We're all going together. A big trip. This is a beautiful, wonderful, wonderful. Look, there's me and Matt, Sarah, and Jim Norton just hanging out. Here he is. This is the guy I was looking for. This is when we first had Instagram. There I am, hanging out with Talib. Look at the size. Look at the size of Talib's fucking fist. His fist is the size of my fucking head. There he is. That was in Vegas, XS. This man over here, Norton Talib. Hold on. Whoop. This man right here, just chilling in Vegas with Chris. He walked in off of a big win, big W, UFC 196. And my baby hand versus his big hand, which is his big hand is the size of my fucking head. Fucking hilarious. There he is, Talib. So, of course, I got a root for the guy. He took a picture with me. Why not, right? That's right. So here we go. Talib, let's check him out. Like I said, he's been sidelined for a little while. I don't know what the hell the deal was, but he has been fighting in a little bit. Norton Talib was in the Ultimate Fighter. It was Nations. He fought this fight over here versus Eric Silva. Eric Silva went to tap gloves with my man Talib. And then fucking swung at his head. Dirty as a motherfucker. Baited him in and then swung at his head. Just dirty as all hell. Let me know if you guys remember that fight. Talib was like, okay. And fucking clocks him in the second round and puts him away. It was fucking awesome. Eric Silva was trying to be a shady motherfucker and Talib made him pay, put him away, and then hung out with me. So there he is, Talib. He's fighting again. Long story short. Talib is fighting on that card, which is fucking cool. All right, let's check out the chat. Let's see what you guys doing in there. I never forget the chat because I'm not Luke Thomas. I really hope Holly worked on her wrestling and BJJ. And you know what? Everything that I've been watching, Absolute, she's been fucking rolling a lot. So it looks like she has. Fredette About says, so Holly can submit Jermaine. Jermaine is awful on the ground, and her wrestling kind of sucks. Look for Holly to take her down, for sure. Philip is here, says, I'm fucking here. Absolute MMA says Johnny Hendricks on the Whataburger. Absolute MMA also says Hendricks by decision. It's a little too early to pick this one. I gotta say, after Hendricks' last fight, he looked fucking good, man. It looked like, I know it wasn't the most fun fight, but he fought very smart against Neil Magny, and he looked pretty damn good. Red Ranger says, that's a sick fight night. It really is, Red Ranger. That shit looks fucking awesome. You better watch the MMA holes that night. Abba says, Chris, who is the biggest dick of a contestant that ever came off of tough, in your opinion? The biggest dick. I have to say, Tony Ferguson was a big penis. I don't know if he was the biggest. Like right off the bat, I remember hating Tony Ferguson on The Ultimate Fighter, like literally hating him. I also hated Brandao. I also hated him too. Biggest dick, I would really have to think about it, but right off the top of my head, I hated Tony Ferguson, like with a passion. I did not like him. I really did not want him to win. Jesus Christ says, and that's a good question. I would have to really think about it. Abba, who do you hate on The Ultimate Fighter? I hate The Ultimate Fighter, if that makes you feel any better. 28 in a tip jar, thank you very much. Jesus Christ says, but Jacob, you can say Nate won. He survived. We're still talking about this. Jacob says, hey, I think you guys might be biased looking back at this. It happens. Well, hold on. It happens, man. I'm not saying I'm right about this, but I might be. You could make an argument for both cases in that one, but after watching it again, and I would love to sit there and just break down the fight with you guys and really look at it, but watching it again, I did change my mind, and I do feel Conor won that fight. Here you go. Absolute MMA says, geez, big hands. I mean, they're fucking tremendous. Fred About says, it didn't help that Rogan was shitting himself, screaming like a moron that round. Red Ranger, sometimes Joe Rogan gets a little cray-cray on the side of that cage. LOL, that is a huge hand. Talib wins when they touch gloves. Dude, the hand's tremendous. It's like I kind of like Goku, but Vegeta is the shorter guy. I like him better because he more relatable. Absolute MMA says, expect an Anderson Silva KO by the second round. I would love to see the Spider, and I did pick the Spider in that fight. Let me tell you something. If Anderson Silva gets the W and finishes Brunson, that fucking crowd is going to go fucking ham. That crowd is going to go bonkers. A lot of Brazilian representing in New York, and I like it. Jacare and Anderson Silva are my two favorite Brazilian fighters, and it's going to be fucking awesome to watch those two. If Anderson is anything like he used to be, it should be a first-round KO. Brunson's going to come out swinging. I don't think Anderson wants to stand there and trade with Brunson in the first round. I think he better feel him out. Thomas T says, does Anderson still have it? I hope so. I really do. I'd like to see a little vintage Anderson, even though I do like Brunson a lot. Abba says, Chris, probably Ferguson for me too. I can't wait to watch Khabib hold him down for 3 rounds, laughing his way to a victory, while Ferguson cries himself on the bottom. If they go to the floor, I mean, you know, it's not a lock if they go to the floor. I mean, Khabib is a fucking beast on the ground, but it's not a complete lock because Khabib, Ferguson off of his back is super dangerous, especially with that rubber guard, gets those legs super high. He could do a lot of cool stuff. He works elbows off of his back. Ferguson's a feisty, squirmy guy. So it would be interesting if it went to the ground, you got to give the advantage to Khabib. But Ferguson, he's a crafty dude. As much as I do not like him as a person, I mean, I don't really know him, but from The Ultimate Fighter, I hate judging fighters off of The Ultimate Fighter. I hate doing it because they do edit things a certain way. But after seeing interviews and other things with Tony Ferguson, I still am not a huge fan of his personality, but I'm a big fan of his style of fighting. He's a good fighter. I will give him that. Jesus Christ says, Anderson, no USADA Silva equals GOAT. You know, that kind of sucks. That little bump in the road with the USADA thing with Anderson Silva, it does tarnish a little bit. It does. The thing that sucks is he's a lot older now. So it's like, is it age? Was he on the juice? I mean, he did not look like a juice head, but he did get popped. Absolute MMA says, I don't think Brunson will come out swinging. He's going to shoot for a takedown and casual stand with Anderson. I don't know, man. I think Brunson's going to fall into the trap and Brunson's going to fucking swing like a loony. I do feel that's going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it does happen. I hope it's a fucking brawl. Abba's says, Chris, Candyman dream. You can't even give me my dream. All right, I'll give it to you. Khabib will put him on the floor, put him on his back, and smother his ass. Fredette About says, nah, Khabib will control him in the ground, but won't pound the shit out of him like he did to Johnson. I highly doubt he catches Khabib with something off of his back. Yeah, because Khabib is probably going to press on him and keep that head firmly in Ferguson's chin and not give Ferguson any chance to do anything if Khabib had the opportunity. But who knows if he's even going to get that. Absolute MMA says, Anderson says he wants to fight for 6 or 7 more years. What do you think? I hope he does. I like Anderson Silva, man. I like him. He's a likable dude, man. He is a likable dude. And he, to me, is the GOAT. Conor McGregor, of course, is, he's my boy. But Anderson Silva is the greatest of all time. He really is. He's a Spider-Man. He's a Spider-Man. Abazabaga, hashtag comfy. Thanks, Chris. Absolute MMA says Khabib versus Tyron for the welterweight title. Who takes it? Yeah, Tyron. I say Tyron. Thomas T says Absolute. I think he could go out like BJ Penn. Wait, hold on. Absolute. I think he go out like BJ Penn. Who are we talking about then? Who are we talking about, Thomas T? Are we talking about Khabib? Who are we talking about? Let's go back. We're in the living room. I'm reading the fucking chat and we're staring at the living room. Sick Chris in full effect, 28 in the tip jar. Yes. All right, guys, let's look around here. Let's take a look. Volkanovski, the great. 14-1-0. This fight card, look at this McMahon. McMahon is she's a tough ass bitch. I think she's got that big ass back tattoo now. Not fooking around. Oh, we got Felder's back. I'm always partial to Felder. I like the way that dude fights. This is that fight night, kids. This fight night's going to be good, man. Fight night's going to be really good. Sparza hasn't fought in a hot minute versus Marcos. A little Ultimate Fighter reunion. Talib's back. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be a really good one. Let's see. Jacob says, if you don't think Silva is GOAT, you're racist. Says Jacob. Absolute MMA says, that's a Tyron remake. Silva. Oh, okay, so you're saying Silva's going to retire like BJ Penn. As of late, if you look at his record, let's go to Anderson Silva. Let's go to the Spider. Let's take you to the Spider. Let's just look at Anderson Silva, see what we got going on here. Let's just take a peek at the Spider. The GOAT. Fredette About It. What is he saying over here? Fredette About It says, Silva was on roids. Automatically disqualified from being GOAT. It's going to come down to McGregor, GSP, and maybe Jones. Throw DJ in there, too, and Cruz if he wins back the belt. Cruz doesn't get the respect he deserves. He really doesn't. And especially getting knocked off that throne. Injuries were a problem. And Cruz is probably never going to get that respect that he really, really, truly does deserve. Silva was on roids, and he did get popped. So that is like a little bit of an asterisk. Connor, GSP. GSP, my problem with GSP is I was never a huge fan of watching GSP. I know a lot of people are big fans of GSP, but he kind of bored me a little bit. I like, watching, grueling fights and, I don't know. GSP just never really, really did it for me, but he was, make no mistake, the guy was a great fighter. John Jones now, there's one. If he can fucking get his shit together, there will be no question. As much as I am not a fan of John Jones is one that should be the GOAT, for sure. There really is no beating John Jones. But he comes back, looked very, very, very rusty against OSP. What kind of John Jones are we going to get back? Let me know in the chat what you think. Is John Jones going to come back? Or is John Jones going to fall? Let me know. Anderson, the Spider Silva, here he is. Let's take a look. Let's take a walk down memory lane. And the reason why we did this is because he does have a couple of L's under his belt. Let's just move aside this Daniel Cormier. That doesn't count. And yes, he did go to the decision with the dude. So, that is a plus. Michael Bisping. To me, this fight was a win for Anderson Silva. I was flabbergasted by this. I thought Anderson Silva beat Michael Bisping. I really did. I did not see what the judges were seeing, and I feel Anderson, so I can't give this as a loss. Anderson Silva versus Nick Diaz. No contest. I feel that Anderson Silva won that fight too. I really did, but that fight fucking sucked. That fight sucked. And then we have the Chris Weidman saga over here. A lot of people says this could be a fluke. Chris Weidman did check the kick, and Chris Weidman was dominating that fight. So I do think that Chris Weidman deserves the W in this one. And let's not forget the first fight with Chris Weidman, where Anderson Silva was playing fucking games, and Chris Weidman fucking tags him and puts him away. But here we go. Let's go back. Stephan Bonner, that fight was epic. Chael Sonnen. And look at all the fucking wins, guys. Look at this. Just look at it. Fucking dude, a badass. He's got fucking golds on top of golds on top of golds. Win. But is the steroids going to be a problem? Is the steroids going to be something everyone's going to be talking about? I don't know. I really don't know. But to me, as of now, he still to me is the GOAT. I feel the only person that could dethrone him is John Jones. And Mighty Mouse is always in the picture for sure. All right. Abbas, let's see. Silva's the GOAT, hands down. Watch some of his past fights. Ridiculous KOs. He has some of the greatest highlight reels for sure. Red Ranger. Abbas says, absolute MMA 101. Tyron is a huge 170. I think Khabib would have issues trying to get him down, and Woodley would likely TKO him on the feet at some point. And don't forget, Tyron Woodley is a fucking very well-established wrestler. So not only does he have the weight and the size, if they went to the ground, you might have to give the edge to Tyron Woodley too. I don't think Khabib is a good matchup for, Woodley is a good matchup for Khabib. It just is not going to work. Jacob says, if you don't agree that Khabib's time and Conor is chicken, you're an Islamophobe. That's right. Absolute MMA says he'd look at half the people in line in the airport and be like, you're racist. You're racist. You're racist. You're racist. Fuck it. You're all racist, says Absolute MMA. John Jones Royd, says Thomas T. Forget about it, says Kane would have been GOAT if not for injuries. Verdum would have probably lost that fight. I do think Verdum was going in for an L with that fight. I concur. I don't think Kane is GOAT, though. Kane had some great wins, but it's tough to say he's GOAT. He's a fucking badass. It's a shame that he can't fucking pull his body together, but his body is taking a beating, and I don't know if he could ever return to form. Luke Thomas thinks he can, but fuck Luke Thomas. John Jones will be back, says Absolute MMA, and he's going right for that belt. Right off the bat, Dana White is like, here you go. And we'll rematch DC July International Fight Week. And I concur. I say DC's going to take that fight as well. Or Madison Square Garden. It looks like MSG is in the mix at the end of the year again. Man, if they come back to New York again, I might have to do a couple of backflips. Jesus Christ says, what have you done for me lately? Smushy face, smiley face. Red Ranger says, Silva's own showboating cost him his can't. Wait, hold on. Let's back that fucking train up. Silva's own showboating cost him. He can't remember the last time he got beat convincingly. He can't remember the last time he got beat. Yeah, that Weidman thing. If he wasn't, it would have been nice to see how that fight would have turned out if he wasn't fucking around, with Chris Weidman. But that fight was fucking awesome. That fight was great. It was literally like, what are you doing? Oh, fuck. And gets caught. Great fun to watch that fight. And the second fight was tough to watch. That leg swinging around off of his knee. Oh, that was brutal. If you guys didn't see that fight, watch the second fight with fucking Anderson's leg is just dangling off of. Oh, that was so fucking cringe. Jesus Christ says, Silva is a pioneer, but not the GOAT anymore. Lost the privilege 5 fights ago. Jesus Christ is hard on his opinion on Anderson Silva. Absolute MMA says Rory McDonald versus Paul Daly, official winner, I'm sure, will fight MVP. MVP, I'm glad MVP didn't get that fight. I am. I'm very glad that MVP didn't get that fight because I don't think he deserves it after that last fight he had. MVP was he shit the bed with that last fight. And he barely won that fight. You could even make a case that he lost that fight in Bellator. I'm not sold on MVP right now. He got a little exposed that fight. Let's see what he could do his next fight, and then we'll talk about him. All right. Fredette About says, anyone see the new Netflix series, Dear White People? Laugh my fucking ass off. No. Is that a real Netflix? Is it a real series? How does DC beat John? Thomas T. Easily. If you watch that fight again, it's closer than you think. DC did not stay true to his takedown game. He didn't smother John Jones. I know John's dangerous in the clinch and those elbows and stuff like that. But if you watch the next fight, if you watch how DC fought Gustafsson, that's how he needs to fight John Jones. He needs to fucking stay tight. Take his reach away. Don't let John Jones do any of that bullshit. Keep it tight, keep it close, and keep grinding. If you don't get him down, you keep fucking laying that body on him, pushing forward, and make it a grueling, dragging, boring fight to a lot of people. But that's how you have to fight the John Jones. And DC will go in there and do that. He will do that. Will he win? I don't know. But he's going to beat Rumble. Garo fucking T. Fredette About says his own showboating, that's like saying Aldo didn't really lose to McGregor. He did. Absolute MMA says Metro Bisping versus roided up jail inmate from Cuba for the middleweight title. Who's taking it? I think fucking Michael Bisping is fucking shitting his pants right now. I really do. We go to the living room because of this. Someone pulled a like out of the tip jar and put it into the prick jar. So let's say Fook number 28. Everyone give me a Fook number 28 in the chat. Right, Fookin' now. Mitchell Bisping. MVP is so overrated. After that, watching that last fight, you can't argue that point. Jesus Christ says Silva versus MVP would be great. That's what Jesus Christ says. Red Ranger says Aldo copped a swift left hook in the first 10 seconds. Big difference. Now we have an argument. We have a fight in the chat. Absolute MMA says GSP will never get his deal from the UFC. I think GSP should get a big money fight and settle for $5 million. UFC pay. I think we're done with GSP. I don't think he's coming back. I think he is done. That's it. Forget about it. Right? GSP?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Jesus Christ says, I hope Rumble crushes Cormier and Jones too. There can be only one GOAT. Yes, sir. That's correct. Right, Connor?
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen, if fucking Rumble wins that fight, I'm winning either way. I'm winning either fucking way with that fight. If Jones wins. If Rumble wins, if DC wins, I win. We win. That fight's going to be fucking awesome. Please happen. Please, no one get hurt. Please fucking happen. I don't know why I'm still on Anderson Silva right now. Let's switch it up. UFC 208's this weekend. Why am I on the go? Why am I on this fucking guy? I don't know. La-di-da. But yeah, that's right, guys. This one here is in Halifax. It's going to be a good one. Fight night. Like I said, mark your fucking calendars. Sunday, February 19th, 2017. Lewis versus Brown. We're going to be doing a fight, buddies. You all need to fucking hang with us. Back to the chat. Rusty's here. Welcome, Rusty. I've seen you before. How are you? I hope you are wonderful, wonderful. Says DC has a better suspension defense hold on. DC has better suspension defense than Jones, I'm thinking you're saying. I really think DC could, especially now, the way Jones came back against OSP, he was definitely, DC was definitely kicking himself for not being able to pull that fight off. DC would have beat him. Absolute MMA says GSP now stands for Georgia, sorry, no pay. George, sorry, no pay. Georgia. George, sorry, no pay. I like that. GSP. George, sorry, no pay. How did Bisping get to today? What? Ian says,
No!
Thomas T says, fought some great fights. Sup, Israel. What's up? Israel's in the chat. Israel. Connor, are you happy to see Israel?
Yes, sir!
Connor's happy to see him. The Whiter Connor says Thomas T. Israel Jesus Christ says, cause of Cormier beat Rumble, then the winner of Jones and Cormier could easily claim to be the GOAT. So let's hope Rumble destroys the dream. Actually, that's not bad. Destroys that dream fight for the sake of Connor, of course. I mean, let's see what's next for Connor. I'm going through Connor withdrawals right now. I know I complained about his pay-per-view, but I'm going through withdrawals. I need Connor back in the cage. I need him. I need to watch Connor fight. I need the fucking hype up to his fights. I need the press conferences. I need the Connor in my life. There's no more Ronda Rousey. What do we got now? Khabib's fun. There's some other fighters that are fun to watch, but they're not fucking Connor. We need Connor right now. Get back, Connor. Pop that fucking baby out and get back to the UFC. Fredette About says, I'm out. To any of you people thinking Trump is going to be the next Hitler, go fuck yourselves. Okay, Fredette About it, welcome. Have a nice night, Fredette About it. Have a great weekend. And stay tuned tomorrow. We will be live from the Barclays Center. That's right. Somehow. Israel Hansen says,
Yes, sir!
Ian says, Anderson Silva isn't in my top 3 greatest of all time. Really? Give me your top 3 right now, Ian. I want them right fucking now. Israel Hansen says, how? What is yours? Israel Hansen wants to know. I want to know too. Ronda's done. She has an AR. Absolute MMA says that Ronda's on suicide watch. I do think Ronda's done too, unfortunately. I'm not happy about that. I did want to see Ronda come back one more go in a new camp. We're not seeing it. Jacob says, do you think Rumble and Harambe were related? No, I don't. Absolute MMA says, on 60 Minutes. Red Ranger says, bit off topic. I was going to say tacos. Topic. But would you love to see Michael Venom Page in the UFC? The guy's a freak. Before the last fight, I did. I wanted to see Venom Page in the UFC. Then I watched the last fight. You could stay in Bellator, Venom Page. We don't want you in the UFC. You can go now. You can leave. All right. You can fucking leave. Because we don't want you here in the UFC. And fuck you, leg. Fuck you, bitrate. Fuck you, OBS. I'm not digging his leg. I'm not digging it. It's not fun. It's not funny. No. Actually, you know what I could do? Let's try one more thing. Before I do, let's see what we could do here. I'm going to try something, kids. Here we go. I'm going to open in Hangouts. Let's see. All right, here's my Hangout screen. There's my photography thing. Go check us out in the description below. Google Hangouts. Let's try something out. La-da-da. That fucking tip jar is at 28 likes. Keep liking. Don't be a dick. Okay, so we're going to do this. We do video call. Hi, the MMA-holes. Whoa. Let's see if we can play some games here. All right. I'm going to take you guys with me. Yeah, OBS is lagging. So what I want to do right now is, let's see. Video call. Shut this fucking thing off. All right. All right, let's take the camera. Click on this fucking thing. There I am. Maybe. Let's see. Hello. Is this any? Let's see if this is any better. La-di-da-di-da. What about the invite people over my head? Is that not annoying? All right. Let's see. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now. Let's see if my fucking mouth... That's not even working. Usually this works. So it's got to be the interweb. My shit computer. Man. This fucking blows a goat ass. All right, that's not working. Abort mission. Abort fucking mission. Yeah, man. So you're not going to see another Friday night stream at this time. That's just not fucking happening. Because this shit is lagging like a motherfucker. But more importantly, let's not complain. Yes! We did it! 30 likes! Sing it!
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes.
Yeah!
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
We fucking did it. We have 30 likes in that jar. Every 10 likes, you get to hear the song. Who cares about the leg? You know what? We have a leg right now. That's all right. In the chat right now, let's get a fuck the leg. Fuck the leg right now. We're still going strong. We don't give a fuck. We leg. We're still partying here on the MMA-holes on a Friday fucking night. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. We're here to party and have a good time. Tomorrow's UFC 208. We're going to get drunk. We're going to get a crunk. Let's check out the chat. Fred about says, I'm out. We got that. See you later, my friend. We do want to know your list, so give the list. We're waiting. Ian says that Anderson's not in the top 3 greatest fighters of all time. We need to know your list. We need to know right now. Ron is done. She has. We saw that. Jacob, do you think Rumble? And we saw that. A bit off topic. We saw that too. Oh, here we go. Jones, GSP, and Fedor, says Ian. All right, Jones. I agree. GSP, I like to argue it. I hate the way GSP went out. But if you look at his record, it's splattered with W's, and you can't take that away from the man. So, okay. Fedor. Fedor was a badass. All right, I guess. But I would still put Anderson in this. And no Mighty Mouse in there, huh? Interesting, Ian. You know, it sucks because Mighty Mouse is not like that big fucking name for some reason. Maybe because of his weight class, maybe because of his style of fighting. But Mighty Mouse, he doesn't get the respect he deserves. But I respect your list, Ian. The Great Scotsman. Israel Hansen says, who do you think would win if they fight? If who fights? If Jones, GSP, and Fedor all fought in the same fight? Who fights? Hansen says Silva or GSP. In the prime, I give it to Silva. Ian says, I think GSP would smother Silva. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think so. I say prime Silva beats GSP. That's in my opinion. Hansen says, could happen, but I think Chael is a better wrestler and Anderson somewhat handled him. Chael was a good roided wrestler. And not so much off the roids. One last threat. Hit the like button. Subscribe or die, says Thomas T. Thomas T is still telling you motherfuckers to subscribe. Thomas, we got 31 in this fucking jar. It's a Wednesday night. We're skipping. But that's cool, man. You guys are fucking killing it in that chat. And we are wonderful, wonderful on a pre-UFC 208 weekly chat. Israel Hansen says, how do people dislike this? Because they're fucking assholes, Israel. And Israel is...
Wonderful, wonderful.
A little delay, but he is. Fook the leg, there it is. Red Ranger says, fook the leg, everyone fook the leg. Who we don't care about legs. There's a rag here. A rag. There's a leg here, but fook the leg. We don't care. We're still going strong. MMA-holes, that's the Halifax card. We looked at that. Let's see what's next. What's after Halifax? And this is a fucking fun fight night to watch. I can't fucking wait. Let's see what else we got. Wow, we're over 2 hours right now in this stream. We're going to be winding this puppy down. Make sure you hit that tip jar with them likes. Do it fucking now if you didn't. Subscribe to the MMA-holes. We will have a smoother stream hopefully soon. Here it is, UFC 209. So UFC 209, I could get my ass to this fight. If I really wanted to, I could get there. But like I've said before, I'm so pumped about the MMA-holes that I want to do a Fight Buddies for this one. I feel a Fight Buddies would be a lot of fun to do. And I have a lot of hopes of getting my press pass. If that happens, the game changes and the MMA-holes take over. But if you guys want to see a Fight Buddies for UFC 209, that one's going to be sick. It's going to be lit. I get most of my subscribers from the Fight Buddies. The Fight Buddies will have a great time, good fun, great taste. McDonald's. Old McDonald's commercial. The fuck? So that is that. Hold on, back to that living room. And then we got Kelvin's back fighting Viator. That's going to be a fucking good one, too. That's going to be a fun one. What do we got on that card? Let's just check it out. March 11th. They're just pumping them out. I tell you what, the Halifax is fucking sick. Let's look at this. Just look at it. Volante versus Shogun. How about that co-mainer? Barboza. Holy shit. Oliveira versus Means. Wow. Not a bit. Hey, the UFC, you fucking getting your shit together here. I tell you what, we got some good fucking cards coming up. We really have some good fucking cards coming up. Pumped? Who's pumped? No way Chael's a better wrestler than GSP. Chael has no top control or jits. I agree, and I do. Israel Hansen says Chael is a good bit bigger than GSP. He is bigger if you're looking at size, but I'd still give it to GSP in that one. Jacob says, who GSP or Hendricks? Hendricks beat GSP, but that was roided Hendricks. I do believe he was on the juice then. But I felt he beat GSP. I really do. That fight, I do not give that fight to GSP. His face was mutilated, and I do think Hendricks won. But if you beat the champ, you have to beat him convincingly, right? Jacob says, who won that fight? Yeah, I told you I think it's Hendricks. Hansen says, Silva kicks / punches have so much power, could finish him early, but I think it would be similar to Silva versus Sonnen 1. Israel Hansen says, Jacob, GSP controversial won that fight. Yep, that's what I was saying before. I concur. Ian says, plus Anderson was really good a few years ago when the testing was horrible and most fighters weren't as well-rounded as they are today. I don't see Anderson being champ nowadays if he was in his prime. Anderson prime. I still think, I don't know, man. I still think Anderson would be Anderson Silva. I really do. But, you never know. These are the things that you'll never know. A lot of time, these older champs in any sport, you see them come back and try to keep it going, and they don't look as good. They look older, slower, sluggish. And then it's like, hey, if they were in their prime now, how would they be? And you'll never know. No one will ever know. So everyone is right, if you really think about it. Everyone is right to their opinion on this because there is no right answer. We got a good debate going on here. True, but GSP hasn't fought in like 2 years and had trouble with Hendricks. I definitely get your point, though. Look at that. A friendly chat. A friendly discussion. Again, Hendricks was on shit, and I concur. I don't think Hendricks got popped, though, but he had to be on shit. He is a totally different fighter now. Red Ranger says, I will be jizzing in my pants watching 209. That card is stacked. That's going to be a fun one. That co-main, though. That co-main. Israel Hansen says, Anderson has a great guard, though. Great? I wouldn't say that. Definitely good, though. Good. He's pretty lethal off his back, Anderson. He's slick. He's smooth. He's sexy. All right. So there you go. These are the upcoming fights coming over here. Check it out. And there it is. Stipe has been added. Stipe versus Dos Santos. It's fucking happen. Round 2. Dallas, Texas. And they're in freaking Dallas. Holy shit. Would you just look at it? Let's see what we got in this card. Do we have anything or we just have those two? And there they are. There's only one fight in that card. It's going to be them. That's it. But that's going to be fucking awesome. I'm a big Stipe fan. I'm a big believer in Stipe. I like the way he fights. Like his style. Like his swag. He don't give a fook. All right, we're going to run through these cards over here real quick again. Pretty good. Pretty good. We're in for a good one here. Wow, Anderson, Corey. Oh, look at this shit. Anderson's getting a fucking main event. That's another New Yorker right there. Jimmy Manawa. Fuck. Good luck. Good luck, Corey. Good luck with that one. Jimmy That's a good fucking fight right there. Pickett, which is probably going to be his last fight in the UFC, has a co-mainer on that one, if it stays the way it is. And, okay, so now this looks like a fight night. Yeah, this looks like a typical fight night. Okay, look at these two. All right, so this one's is a work in progress over here. But I like the main event. I do like the main event in that one. That's an intriguing fight between those two. Very intriguing. All right, MMA holes. We are in the living room. We're chilling out. I hope everyone has a comfy seat. Let's keep it going here. Let's look. So you got these fights over here. We did look at these. Good stuff. Good, fun stuff we got going on over here. We have a lot of good, fun fights to watch. 209 is right around the fucking corner. And this one, the in-between, is a fucking stellar fight. Halifax is going to be great. And it's going to be on a Sunday night. Get ready, MMA holes. Get ready for the fight, buddies. We're going to fucking unite. But this is the fight of the weekend. And I bring you there. Check it out. Holm, Randamie, UFC 208. We're back in New York. Lost the fight. Oh, they pulled it off. They finally pulled it off. The early prelims headliner, Justin Willis, could not make weight, and now he's not the headliner of the early prelims. But very well-rounded card, kids. Get your popcorn ready. It's going to be some good fights on this card. Good fucking fun fights. I'm excited. I'm stoked to be there. I'm always happy to be in a UFC building event. And here, you got my picks. We're going to be brushing through this again tomorrow. I'm going to try to stream from the Barclays Center, kids. Ladies, gentlemen, adults, women, children of all ages. MMA holes, thanks for sticking it out with me. I know we're lagging right now. I know the stream is very choppy. But let's get fuck the lag in the chat. Thanks for watching, guys. I had a great time hanging out with you guys. You guys are all wonderful, wonderful. I will be back live with you guys tomorrow from my phone. We're going to try it out. We're going to have some of the MMA holes with me. We're going to be chilling with you guys, the MMA holes. Can I get a fuck yeah in the chat? Give me a fuck yeah in the chat. MMA holes, always remember, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole. Fuck yeah. Let me get an MMA hole! I can't hear you. MMA holes unite. Let me get one more. MMA holes! Did someone say I'm walking to a cage? I can't hear you. Did someone say I'm walking to a cage? Who wants to hear it? Who's still there? Who's walking to a cage? Are you still there? Who's still there? Who's still fucking there?
Go! Yeah!
Who's still there?
I'm walking to a cage! Walking to a cage! I'm walking to a cage! Walking to a cage! Here I go, I'm walking to a fucking cage! Look out, baby, here I come. I'm walking to a cage and it's really cold in here. I'm in my shorts, I should wear long pants. That's okay because I'm gonna fight. There are the ring girls, look at them walk. Pretty ass butts, can't pay attention. Gonna beat some ass in the cage. Gonna have fun and make them bleed. I'm walking to a cage. Walking to a cage. I'm walking to a cage. Walking to a cage. Here I go, I'm walking to a fucking cage. You thought the song was over? You are wrong. They put Vaseline on my face. Check my cup, my penis is in it. Hug my corner, about to fight. I'm really scared. I step in the cage. I circle around and look at the crowd. Hello, crowd. I'm gonna fight now. Get ready to cheer. I'm walking to a cage. Walking to a cage.
Everybody sing it!
I'm walking to a cage. Walking to a cage.